Whoa, okay. You know it's a Saturday night, right?
Saturday night fever, night fever,
I don't know.
night
I don't know where that
fever.
goes. Oh my
La,
god, my
la,
wheels are.
la.
Come on, camera. Oh, okay. Hello, camera. Come on. I'm already live, and I just started like
Oh,
lagging out a little bit there. Ooh, I am lagging out quite a bit. Or at least my
well,
webcam is. Not anymore.
hmm.
I'm just looking at
It
me.
looks. Yeah. I'm trying to give you feedback, but you keep actually saying the words that I'm trying to say. So you know what? You got it. You're good. Well
I
done.
think. Yay! I mean, hey guys, Fat Waits here. I am joined with.
Again.
Yeah, her. Thanks for the
Party.
thanks part. I forgot I got text to speech, so I just heard in my ear holes party.
Yay.
Oh, I damaged myself. But thank you for the tier 1 sub for 10 months. Thank you, thank you. I still don't have emotes. One day I will. And I know it's been September and I've only streamed like what, 3 times? That's fine. It's not like this is the main thing anyways, but
You are adjusting to a new job, new city, new place, new everything.
I
You're
know.
forgiven.
And it's technically your first time to know about it in stream, but you've been knowing
Yeah.
it ever since.
We talk on the reg, y'all,
I
but it's
know
first
we
time in streams
do.
actually like hear it live and without any pre-context because I didn't know anything about his week until now.
Dang, actually, yeah. Like aside from we had a call what Tuesday. That's about it.
Uh, sure.
So
I work
something like.
overnights. I don't know days anymore.
Oh, that's fair. I think.
Why are you driving in California?
I'm in California. I'm actually in the San Francisco. Hey, where am I going here? Actually,
You're going to Wyoming.
I'm going to Wyoming because it's actually a new
Oh.
map open, so it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, I'll be there by the daytime and not drive always at night because thanks game.
Well, that's what happens when you play the game at night.
I
It
know,
starts
but
you off at night.
what starts me off at? You're funny. That'd
Uh-huh.
be interesting though. Most of the time, it would just be like that. It's like it actually based on your world clock, which is gonna suck because then after that, I'm just gonna be driving all night long. All
Unless you do
night long.
European time streams again. Oh.
EU friendly streams, and I can actually drive in the daytime. Except I'd be driving in the nighttime in the EU if I drive Euro truck. That'd be fun.
This is too confusing to start a stream of. No.
Yes. Okay, Google Home. It just showed me like a plane. Oh, Google, shut up. Accidentally activated my G Home. I can't say that because now it's gonna activate. So, yeah, hi, welcome to another Truck and Talk Saturday because we decided to postpone it on Saturday because she was off Saturday. And it's like, you know what? Why don't we? I just hold it off till Saturday. So, welcome to Truck and Talk Saturday.
Yeah. I've missed you all a lot because I've
It's been
worked
a whole
every
month.
Thursday
I
for
know.
like many weeks in a row. I'm
I
salty
think,
about it.
I think, what, it's been 3 Truck and Talks because I did skip a week because of moving stuff. Um,
Yeah, it's
God, it
been.
was still back at the old house, and I'm here at the new house, and it kind of looks the same in the background, right? Kind of. Not
It was
really.
back in like August. Was when the
Yeah,
last time I came here.
I think it
Like the week
was
before you moved.
right. So
Like that
yeah,
week you moved, basically, like the 22nd ish, like that week or whatever in October, August,
mm-hmm.
was when last time I joined here. So it's been a while. It's been a
It
month.
has been a while. It's been more or less a month, actually. Yeah. Hello, Trick.
God, what a
God.
month.
So that means, yeah, no,
I got
21st,
older.
second. You did. Happy belated birthday because you're here. Happy belated
Yeah,
birthday. You
literally 3 weeks ago. I got
actually
older.
exactly 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
27's a great time to be alive.
See, I told her I think prior like saying that 27 is still not bad. You panic when you're either 28 or 29, and yet a lot of
No,
things happened in the past 3 weeks
no. Panic
of
now.
the first
Die
3 weeks
later.
of
Die.
27. Wow.
Panic now, die later. Woof, that's not a phrase I want to
Mythical
start the
Dragon
stream off with.
2021. Panic now, time later. That's a way to put life in a way if you think about it.
Yeah, panic for 50, 70 years, however long you live, and then you die.
Yeah. God. Life.
Boy.
Life in a nutshell.
Let's not think about mortality right now, though.
Oh, let's
Yeah, a
not. I
lot.
mean, if you're putting it that way, no.
So, yeah. Hi. I'm glad to be
Hi.
back. 27 Club has not been a fun club to be a part of so far, but that's fine.
Aw.
I'm surviving, kind of.
We'll make it fun somehow. Hopefully with the
Nice
start of the
rear
stream.
ending.
I got rear-ended again. I got backed
You
up
got
too.
rear ended? You rear ended him.
I rear-ended him and then he backed up into me. It's a great time.
I have a random question because we're
Go
kind of
for it.
talking about the game still. Where's Santa Ana?
Is it in this game? No, it's in SoCal. Somewhere like north of Los Angeles, I think, or south. No, east. Like
Hmm.
yonder here. I'm not showing a proper map, obviously, but yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere there.
I'm just wondering because that's where the first Toastmasters Club was formed.
Formed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's either it sounds like anything that's like made here, like the origins of the United States is either in New York, Chicago, Boston, Los Angeles, or San Francisco, with a hint of Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Um, yeah, I just was curious because it's like, oh, you're doing a map travel game, so I can kind of get an indication of where that is. So now I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey.
But
Also,
yeah.
it's still been a very fun time getting used to driving like this. I'm still not used to driving like this. I'm still used to driving with a small ass table in front of me and feeling very awkward with it. Now
But
I
now
actually
you've
can
got
drive.
space.
I do, but at the same time, I still feel it closed.
There. Da,
Like,
da, da, da.
I thought I
Your
had it.
truck almost. Your truck almost went. Bleh.
It kind of almost flew. It would have been funny if it flew.
Yeah. Bleh.
Um, yeah, I'm still kind of getting used to it. Like even like with the whole big desk, like how I centered everything is like still within a corner
Hmm.
because it's like for whatever reason I don't have my wheel and pedals placed correctly. So that's only because my monitors are not in the right location in terms for driving. It's great for multitasking, but not great for driving because I don't have my monitors centered. Um, like I was supposed to. I have it like spread out, so I don't have a center monitor to like focus myself and drive. So I still feel a little bit cramped, but at least I could sit kind of up. It's just now I'm getting very sweaty, even though San Francisco is very cold right. Not really very cold, but really cold, cold right now.
Words. Yes.
Words are great. Use them.
Sure. Eh,
I don't know. That's what some people told me.
that's true. I was gonna make the joke like, nah, only in Toastmasters. Oh boy.
Your life in Toastmasters, which has actually been very interesting to listen to personally. It's great.
Yeah. If y'all missed out, you've all missed out, man. A lot has happened.
I did a lot. Meanwhile, me, I've been as I jump to my week, um, I've been experiencing the third week of working, and I finally this time around. I'm trying to remember if I said it last week. I don't. I think I kind of did of like where I decided to go to the office, but I ended up sitting at the wrong side of the office, which is not where my. Okay, me. Just go straight, please. I still have not used to driving. I need to like stretch back. Maybe this is where I need to put my foot. There we go. This feels a lot better. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. But at work, last week I was sitting at the wrong side of the office in terms of that, like, I was not sitting in my department. like sitting where like all the people in my department sit at. I was basically sitting at the what they call the sales side of things because it's a business software uh, company and we sell software. I don't though.
Yay!
Um,
Yep. You
but I
develop it,
was
kind of.
yeah, kind of support it because it's my bio and Twitter. I do the tech supports, so I be doing tech supports. I think I said that on stream of what job I got, right?
I don't really. I'm gonna
I,
be very honest here and sound like an awful friend. I have not listened to any of your Truck and Talk Thursdays in a
that's
while.
fine. I don't recall any of my Truck and Talk Thursdays. At least of, like what I talk about.
Great.
We're one and the same, except I'm the streamer.
Yeah, I just.
You've been
Yeah.
busy. No, you've been busy. That makes sense. Like we've all
I've
had a
been
busy
drowning
time.
my sorrows in sitcoms on Netflix instead.
Me is the same, but with YouTube, as always. And the weird
Yeah,
parts of
I need to.
YouTube as well.
Uh, am I a weird part of YouTube?
From time to
What a
time.
sentence to ask.
Wow, that's a okay. Yeah, that's weird.
But what do you mean sometimes? Wait a minute.
Other times are like the other random YouTube videos that decide to pop up my recommended, which is like, why am I being recommended this? I have no recollection of watching any single snippet of like a related video, and yet I'm being recommended for it. And this is like,
That was weird.
well, no, not that way. You show up from time to time in my watching binge. I realize well now what I
Hey,
said. There we go.
there you go. I said like, I hope I. Yeah, we cleared it up. I'm not the weird part of YouTube. Kinda.
Kinda. Where you where it's like watching myself. It's like that kind of like it's kind of weird, but not really.
Yeah, it's like
I
weird in the sense
guess.
that it's unique.
Yeah. Ha.
Because I'm
Unique.
kind
Ha.
unique history.
That's why I
I
laughed.
do podcast styled videos with the occasional gaming thing on Mondays. Yeah.
You do.
Which I'm going to be changing that very soon.
Ooh.
I have so much to share with you. Oh my lord.
Yeah, you do. I think like some of the things I probably do know, but probably most of the things I don't, or I
There's
forgot.
so many things that happened this week that you don't know.
Ah, okay. Wow. I like how you're clapping.
No, I was literally like clicking my teeth, like my.
Oh, I thought it was clapping. It sounds like clapping, actually.
No, I was doing the clicking thing.
Gotcha.
I'm being a clicker in
A
Last of
clicker.
Us. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, but you were in the wrong part of the office for work. But then you found your way.
I found my way on Monday, and I decided to sit at the right part of the office. Didn't meet anyone though, aside from like one person who were actually in my team, but they were busy out doing their work. So it was just still like I was still like me alone, sort of deal. Um, but I managed to find more people next day. I managed to find more people on Tuesday, and I think I've managed to find my lead question mark, or at least a senior member, and a couple other coworkers in my department, which is nice. Um, Hearing all the where they're coming from and like that, we had a nice little chat, little chitty chat, throughout the day, and then especially throughout lunch, where they like invited me, which is great. So it's like, oh, I don't feel left out now, yay!
Oh, good. I was kind of wondering about that too a little bit. Because he
Hmm.
sent me a picture of his food at lunch the one time, and I was like, please don't tell me you're sitting alone just so you could, like, take pictures of food.
No, I wasn't. I was actually I just like try to like find a time to take it and then move over because it's like, oh, I don't want to be the
Fair.
awkward person taking a picture because I don't think anyone else doing it because they already got used to it. I'm like one of the newbies here. We're just like, ooh, food,
Right?
which catered lunch is something, all right.
Look at this spoiled boy. He gets
Right.
catered lunch when he
Hi.
goes to the office. God. He gets fed a free meal every day. What is that?
When you put it that way, yeah.
You get a free. You don't have to worry. You can tell I'm struggling when I'm complaining that he gets a free meal and I have to figure out my own shit. Um, but his food is
Realize
really
that I
good.
only have to figure out my own shit like during dinner for the most part, which is like, it's funny that I say this, right? So about that co-catered lunch thing, it's like they make food. They probably make sometimes extra food. Apparently, some of them will take the rest of the food home because obviously, like they don't know who to give it to. The most likely they're gonna just throw it away. So why not just give it out? And for the most part, I've noticed my department really likes to take any seconds that are actually left there. Also, why is my camera still lagging? Hello.
It'll be fine.
It feels weird that it's. I don't know why I always have this sort of issue of like, there's something wrong. I don't know why. Um, it's just like a nitpicky about it. But
You
yeah, no,
know,
like
your catered people could give that food to like homeless people. I don't know why I'm acting all charitable right now, but here we are. But I don't know. You're part of the city though, like for work. I'm not sure if that's still like a concern.
um,
Homeless people.
in terms of homeless, well, where the office is located, we don't see any. Um,
Ah, okay.
yeah,
It'd be a different
like,
story if you were in like a different place where you could potentially go and do that, but
like if I were
I
close
digress.
to like a community center or something like that, it's like here you go.
Yeah.
If there's like a lot of extra food, it's like here you could like we can donate it. But no, like we're in like a very secluded corporate park with like very expensive condos next door. So that's about it.
Damn.
Yeah. San Francisco, right? I mean, like that's the San Francisco standard of things, which is like everything is overpriced to the extremity.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, like there'll be times that they actually do make extra food. The 3 times I was there, twice they were able to have extra food, and a lot of people like just took them home. They brought like their own Tupperware, or some of them, if they don't, they pull out the big aluminum tray from the back, and then they just fill it up. And that's what actually happened on Thursday because I guess they made too much food to where like more people who just don't usually get seconds was starting to like fill up a big aluminum tray full of it because I guess yeah they made a lot. And that was the
Damn.
picture you got, Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like the cool thing is that yeah, they've been making like various cuisines. I think when I was there on Monday, they made Indian. I think it was Indian style, because it was like
Mm,
a or either Indian or Thai. I can't remember because it was like some sort of
mm,
like chicken in curry, but not like a thick curry.
mm,
It was like more oily, not a tikka
mm,
and not a butter, unfortunately. So maybe it is Thai because it was yellow, then yellow orange. Um,
mm.
and then Tuesday they served uh I would say very gourmet Asian like Chinese food,
Nice.
which is like it tasted a lot more healthier than usual Chinese food like you get for usual Chinese takeaway.
Yeah.
It felt like it was light, but at the same time heavy because Chinese food is usually heavy, even without the oil.
Mm-hmm.
I think what did they do? Broccoli beef and some sort of kung pao. I think there's like a spicy side to things, and then whole
Oh.
thing, and then they served it with some steamed rice and chow mein. I know chow mein. Don't remember if it was steamed rice or fried rice. I think it was steamed. And then the Thursday, because I decided to stay home Wednesday and Friday for reasons, or the I wanted to do things right after work. So it's easier to do it at home rather than being at work when I need to get to places for things. Um, Thursday was bacon wrapped meatloaf. I did not know it was bacon wrapped.
Oh.
But it was
Yeah.
bacon wrapped meatloaf, which was like, I was like wondering, I was like, what is this crust? And then they said bacon. I'm just like, peels off. Oh my god, it's bacon. Wow, holy shit.
Yeah.
Bacon wrapped meatloaf, roasted broccoli. Didn't turn out well because they don't cook it there at the office. They have their own kitchen, and then they
Oh,
bring it
okay.
over. So that didn't go too well, but it was still delicious no matter what. And chili and coconut shrimp, which was like
Damn.
one heck of a combination. And I think they did saffron rice. What I remembered, I think. Can't remember
That sounds
specifically.
really yummy.
Yeah, no, it's like one of like the best ones that I remember having that week. I mean, like I thought Tuesday was gonna be like the kick-ass one because it's like, ooh, Chinese food, sure. But then I tried it, it's like, whoa, this is actually really good for once. Like this is like really, really good Chinese food. And then yeah, no, the one for Thursday that was like pretty banging. I did wish I kind of got more chili, but the last thing I need to do is be food coma at work. But I think once we go back into the office more regularly, that might be that might be a possibility.
Yeah.
Which I got the unfortunate use Friday night or like Friday afternoon, right
Hmm.
before the weekend. Uh, so, well, I don't. It's not really. It's not really that unfortunate per se, but also It seems like it's like, why did I decide to find a place here, sort of deal. Um, we're not going back into the office till Q1 2022.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's like there's no definitive date this time because how I don't know if it was the chief operating officer for the NA. I think it is. Um, they were saying that how it's been just difficult to track COVID, obviously. Like in terms of like,
Yeah.
especially for a corporate office, it's kind of hard to convince to like really plan out a reopening if you can't figure out what the new rules are being set every day at this point. Because sometimes there's be a day or a couple days that we're improving. Other times it's like we're going immediately in the wrong direction, right?
Yeah.
So, um, and because I guess Q4 is where we're going to be the most busiest. Because apparently a lot of new businesses like to start up on the new year, which makes sense. That everyone is going to be working, their 110% sort of deal. But to do that in the midst of a potential move that could be, the dates could be changing ever so because of, the COVID restrictions, new regulations that needs to be met especially at a corporate office and all that stuff. I guess they don't want to take the chance of like attempting to reopen on its most busiest period. So
Fair.
they're gonna like wait till Q1 2022. No date, like in terms of when during Q1. So it could be as early as January, it could be as late as March,
Oh wow.
where they'll find a time to when it not only subsides for the company in terms of business growth, but at the same time, if regulations have been standardized enough to where we could start inviting people back to the office.
Dang.
Yeah, but like, it doesn't stop the people who voluntarily wants to go to the office. That's what I'm hearing. Like,
Hmm.
they're not going to fully close the office because like overall, but I think that for those who especially got like a key card like myself and then whoever wants to go to the office can go to the office, but it's not required to go to the office sort of deal. So, but like that's like the most unfortunate thing that I've like read upon because it's like I remember I think I kind of been talking I definitely talked about it during Chuck and Talk of the hassle of just finding a place in San Francisco. Sure, um, it was first improving and now not. And then
Hmm.
I think some people, like some companies saying that, oh, they're coming back, but now they're doubting it, my company
Yeah.
that I work for included, it's just gonna be a toss up of just like, do I decide to find a place or not, right? Am I mad about it? No. It like because COVID is very serious business amongst everything else that's going on right now, whether it be internal or external. So like I'm not mad. Um,
Hmm.
like in some people's eyes, you could kind of see it as a kind of a waste of money to move here. Um, because after getting that information, and feel I do put a lot of pity on the other newcomers that came to the office who moved countries. Like some of the people that work in my office have moved from Latin America to San Francisco to work for the office. But hearing that, they had the option, they like knowing that they could have still worked at home during that time, that's kind of off-putting for some of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know for any of our new hires that are trying to get visas to get to America because eventually they do want to come over here and they will be working over here and helping out because I guess there is a there's a sort of like in working mentality that kind of like working in the office mentality that really does drive up things and support, right? Compared to
Yeah.
working at home. While it's great to work at home, it's just unnerving to know that, you're communicating online. Great for introverts, right? To
Yeah.
some extent, I would say, though, because it can also get a bit jarring working here at home, especially if you're just like secluded in your area.
Hmm.
Like, and I know I've been hearing this from like the coworkers there. When I was meeting them in office, like some of them do miss like hanging out because of COVID sort of deal. So it's like there's like there's always been a toss up with like working at home sort of deal. Like it's a benefit, but also at the same time can be detrimental in other ways.
Yeah.
Um. So like with that, like some of them like like do kind of like feel bad like they moved here, but then hearing that our company decided to like hold off in terms of bringing the people back into the office. At least in the San Francisco office. Apparently, the other office in the East Coast um, has like fully gone back in. They've always been a full in office because they opened up in 20 like this year.
Hmm.
So like I guess maybe they just didn't have a lot of people yet compared to the San Francisco one, which definitely makes sense. Apparently they say there's about 300 plus working for the San Francisco office. Obviously, I haven't seen 300 in the office. I've seen at most like 30. So like 10% of it. But knowing that there's about like 300 people working in the San Francisco office and probably like maybe I don't know, an eighth or sixth of that number work in the other office. Like I think maybe they had a big enough space where they'd just be able to allow those people to work in that office specifically.
Okay.
So, um yeah, so it's just like I just had like the thought it's like, man, but at the same time it's like, well, I'm already here. I've already know how I'm going to partition everything. Sure, it would be great to save like the 4 months of rent and down payment that I would be paying for the 2021. But at the same time, God knows if I'm going to ever find this place in 2022 or something similar at the price I'm
Hmm.
paying. Um so just like it's just having that like that sort of like I could have done this, but oh well, sort of deal. Kind of just settled in, but hey, I'm doing things right. And I do like living
Yeah.
here. I've been liking to live here in San Francisco. As much as I love living back where my parents uh live at and just meet up with friends and all that stuff. At the same time, I'd rather be here and start anew. Not saying it was a bad thing. It's just that, it's time to move on, sort of deal. Just in case if anyone may take that the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting mixed like messages here a little bit from you. 'Cause it's like, well, like, oh my god, my brain, poor brain. Uh, I'm also driving American Truck Simulator because I was like, I'm gonna learn um
Nice.
how to play this game again because it's been so fucking long.
Right.
That playing, yay. Um, it just sounds like you regret it but don't regret it, but you regret it. I don't
I
know.
don't know. Like really, I don't know because it's like the thinking. I have like the two sides of the coin: financial and I guess adventure. If you think about it, like I don't know what the better word is at the moment, but like financial and adventure. Financial side, obviously, yeah, that money could have be saved, could have gone to something else, could have gone either to pay off student debt, uh, or you know, fun. Like, well, in terms of fun, I would be going back to the gamble, to do more gamba. But at the same time, like that sort of thing. Like, it's a very like, um, yeah, this is a very complex thing. But overall, I think I'm definitely leaning towards more adventure. Sure, it's gonna be a cost that I will have to eat up because I pay rent and I have to be an actual functioning adult, or I'm being like an actual adult and having bills to pay. That is
Hmm.
outside of like my credit card and student loan stuff. So, and trying to live a life, really, like actually, like living like an actual adult life. As much as I love living with my parents, it's been a very fun time trying to balance it all myself, and a
Yeah.
struggle because it's been a hot minute, a hot month. Not really like, well, like a, yeah, like quote unquote hot, not hot. I don't know where I was going with this.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, and so it's like, yeah, I'm eating the cost of, because I'm like living here, even though most of the time I'm probably gonna be working at home. But probably at the same time I'm not. Like, if since I have the option to work at the office, there will be the times I will wake up early to go to the office and work at the office because I've experienced this now. If I work at home, I'm more distracted at home than being at the office.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a lot more productive in an office environment rather than working at home. So knowing that I'm about, a couple miles away from work, it's not too hard to get to work. I have that option to just go to work, and they're
Hmm.
still leaving the catered lunch open to that. So, oh boy, I don't,
Okay.
I could save the cost of not buying lunch, and if anything, I could sometimes save the cost in not buying dinner because there could be extra food that they will just give out. I'll be one of those people who will be bringing Tupperware every day just in case.
That'd be really smart.
It would be. I will I'm putting a sticky note reminder right in front of me, and then eventually I'll get to knowing that, hey, put that Tupperware in your bag, and then bring a bag, and then be ready to bring extra food whenever it happens, sort of deal. And if it doesn't, I'm most likely gonna be buying food until I get used to cooking myself. But living the bachelor life at least for a little bit longer, or
Fair,
college
but
life.
gosh, that's gonna get
Yeah,
really expensive very quickly.
yeah. The thing, I know this is the one thing that sucks. I haven't seen. Well, everything seems balanced right now, and I'm hoping it still stays like that until I have that full realization that, oh, and not everything is balanced. I haven't got there yet,
Okay.
which is like a scarily good thing because I'm also scared at the same time that hopefully I didn't catch it too late, sort of deal. Like I've been trying to like keep track of my financials and all that stuff right now. So,
That's good.
hmm like I could still do what I do, but obviously I'm trying not to do the too crazy thing, like too much of a crazy thing of like ordering very expensive food and like that. Like I'm, it's funny because I'm not that kind of person in terms of
Hmm.
like wanting to get food. Like the like at times there'll be like, I just want to get a large pizza at Little Caesars, and that's all I want. That's it.
Fair.
And then yeah, like other times I'm just like a small meal. Let's heat up some frozen veg and some rice, and we all good. Like we're all Gucci for that. So it's like I haven't gone to like I still recall my past coworker who still does this to this day, even though he works like part time at a place that gets paid less than I do, where he still goes out and get food. But I think, which is still funny, that he managed to find a girlfriend at my work, which I know surely well at the same time at work. I don't know if they've been cooking more often than not because of it. So I don't know if he's been. No, he's not. I remember specifically hearing this from a call with him earlier, like last week, saying that he's still spending money on food to this day,
Oh my
and that man
goodness.
can spend a hell of a lot more than me.
It's like a colleague from like the census.
Yeah,
Oh, nice. But
yeah,
also
yeah.
nice.
Just like just hearing it's like yeah, it's still spending, like hearing from her saying that yeah, he's still spending money on food when he, da 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 da. It's just like it was a great conversation to just like hear from time, like just hear that time just talking to him. Um so like, but no, I'm not like that. Like I'm hoping I won't get there because I know San Francisco has an enormous palette in terms of
Yeah.
different ethnicities and different cuisines that I could try out. But at the same time, I work. I don't want to put in the effort to go across the city to get dinner and then go back across to get home, eat the dinner, and then go to sleep. So, um,
Yeah.
I do have like decent food around here that are not too expensive. So I guess there is that.
That's good.
hmm but yeah, no, like work has been fun. It was my last week of general training, so just going through all the modules, and then we had to get certified of using the software, even though we're not expected to get certified, like pass the certification test for the software, because as they pointed out, you only had 3 weeks to learn the software. Did you really think you were gonna pass the certification in 3 weeks? Like some of these people will like have paid for like months to get like a lot of like whole bunch of months to get the training. So if you decide to, if for one reason or another you do pass, I'm shocked. Congratulations, but at the same time, sort of deal.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Um, yeah, no, because it's like this business software does a lot of things, like from from finding trying to find a person to sell your product to having an app to sell the product, as well as doing inventory stuff, whether it be your product or materials to build your product. And they have their own app to keep track of when if you do manufacture the product, like build the product, and then shipping. And it's like a whole left, right, and center sort of thing. Um, which is a lot. Which was definitely a lot to take in 3 weeks. And even then, I think what we've learned about 70% of the things, and of the 70% of like the whole software content, we learned about 50% per app. I'd say
Oh wow.
there's like a lot of things you can learn using this software. So it was to be expected that we didn't pass, and I don't think any of us passed. Um, the passing score is 70%. I was surprised for myself to get 40% actually, because they say minimum 25%, you should be okay. Seeing that I got 40%, I was like, huh, wow, I retained quite a bit of knowledge, I guess. But at the same time, um, they don't keep track of being closed book or open book. And so what I did was have my test database of the software in the background, just so I could do a fast search of trying to figure out, like, do I remember where all these buttons are of what they're asking for? Do I need to go to this app to find it? Do I need to go to this app to find it? Which is actually a really fun way to learn software, even with the certification, because it's like, ooh, do I know where to go? Because especially for like technical support, like I need to figure out, oh, where do I need to go to solve this issue?
Yeah.
So like I got that sort of idea, like I got that sort of like thinking after doing that certification test, where it's like, ooh, this has been very helpful. Just trying to figure out, do I remember where things are?
Mm-mm.
Um, was I able to answer like most of the questions? Kind of, but at the same time, others were like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So like there's still a lot to learn, and that's what that's what everyone has said, whether it be the trainer, my lead, or anything. It's like there's a lot to learn, but you'll eventually get it, sort of deal.
That's
So,
good.
that's good to hear. And then starting next week, it's gonna be my actual technical support training, so it's gonna be fun. I have a couple meetings still online to do that, but I get to finally learn how tech support actually works with this software, and how we work with how what we use to work with, like what pieces of software we use to work with people. Oddly enough, it's going to be all internal, using the software itself
Mhm.
to help out, and then figure out like ways to communicate and all that stuff. I've been like previewing all the content that is available to see how to be a technical support for this software company. Also, hi Kyo, welcome.
Hi, Kyo. Welcome.
I need to find a place to repair my truck because truck is crap right now and get
Damn.
gas. I need to
Uh,
get
yeah.
that gasolina.
Nice to hear that you're like enjoying it, even though it's a lot to learn and take in. It seems like you're really
Mm-hmm.
enjoying it, though.
It's been fun. Like definitely, it's been fun to just really learn everything, tinkering. Because I'm glad like we've had that option to like be able to mess with the software using test databases and whatnot, like test
Yeah.
environments and whatnot. So it gives us a chance to really learn that software rather than be like, here's a book. Have fun figuring it out when you actually get there, sort of deal. It's like from day one, you have access to the software. So go to your heart's content, toy with it, play with it, break it, because they want to know where it could be broken so they can fix it. Obviously,
Fair.
they'll come to me first, like it's tier one technical support, and that's where I work. Tier one, just finding the basic issues first, and fixing those basic issues, and then if it comes to a point where we can't fix it, pass it to tier two, where they'll go into the code and try to figure out what's going wrong. Also, how are we? We are good. It's been a great Saturday night so far, even though I feel a little bit sleepy. I took a nap, and there are times where naps are okay. There are times where naps be like, fuck.
Yeah, a little bit. As for me, I'm okay. I'm somehow functioning on like 7 hours of sleep in 2 days, so I'm living.
If you only stopped at 7 hours of sleep, I'd be okay. And then you said 2 days, and then oh,
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, no. It's been a time, but I'm
it's been
enjoying the
a
stream and listening to the Stirp talk about his work.
hi.
And I'm playing American Truck Simulator as
Ooh,
well. So,
it'd be your
yeah.
birthday tomorrow. Oh, happy advance birthday!
Birthday!
Early birthday. That's the word I'm looking for.
It's okay, guys. I'm in Toastmasters. He's not.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm
But
only
yeah,
halfway
happy.
to Bakersfield. Fuck.
You can make it.
I'm going
But
from San
no, happy
Francisco to
early
Bakersfield.
birthday,
Hi.
Kyo. Um, hope you have a great one tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope you
Hopefully
have a lot
that
of
you
fun.
can.
I'm curious what you have planned for your birthday, if anything.
Yeah. Anything you've been
Uh,
planning? I know you've been like in the process of moving. I don't know if you're done moving. Cause that was like I think the last time we talked was like about two truck and talks ago, and I know you guys like I think we're all about ready to move, if I remember correctly. Um, Let me overtake this car and haul some ass on this pavement. Um, but yeah, no, it's been very fun just learning all of the software, just learning the ins and outs, trying to break it from time to time. I will tell you this: I have broken it from time to time, which is great, and I can't wait to learn more. And I definitely can't wait to learn how the technical support aspect of things happen in this company, definitely, and for the software, and help afford the people.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great dealing with potentially angry customers because this software is not working. Because that's what I've been hearing time to
Well, I
time.
mean, when because we've relied so much on technology and software
I
like this
know.
year that like when it breaks, it's like actually the most infuriating thing in the world because we
It
need
really
it.
is. Right.
And I feel so bad for you, like your people, because you're gonna get it all like taken out against you, which is not fair at all, but it
Right.
happens.
It happens. No, definitely. I've experienced it in senses. It's like I already knew what I was getting myself into. Now hearing this, it's going to be definitely all smaller businesses rather than the user itself. It's going to be well, also and as a user, but like definitely these are like businesses that relies on the software to run their business. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting to experience that. Like see how well I could deal with potentially actual angry customers. To go out to eat, then go see dear Evan Hansen tomorrow for my birthday. Ooh. And you have definitely
Nice.
moved. Haven't found a new house yet, but we're currently in a 2 bedroom rental unit after being in a hotel for 6 days. Oh boy, that sounds fun. So, I guess your family has closed the old house and all that stuff, sold it out and like that. Sounds fun. So you're in the new city now, right? That's what I'm perceiving. Man, hopefully you guys be able to find a new place like soon though, because it's already fall. It's fall. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's fall.
It's already fall or autumn, whichever word you want to use, right? But damn, I realize that now that it's already fall. It was the end of September. It doesn't feel like it.
That's how I feel about that right now, guys.
Does it? I just quick question. Does it? Did it felt too long for you?
Uh, yeah,
I know
yes
you did a
and
lot.
no,
Uh
because
huh.
like I've done so much that it feels like it flew by, but then also I did so much that it feels like it dragged out.
Right. Like that sort of feeling. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It it kind of felt like that, but also like now realizing it's like, wait, where did the month actually go? Like having that sort of like both realizations, like, man, I've been, September's been going on, but at the same time, man, where have you been? Sort of deal. Where did it
Exactly.
go?
This year's been quite crazy.
It really has. I felt like it's been more crazier than 2020, and we still got like 3 more months, sort of deal.
Fuck. It's my mood about having 3 more months. Shit.
October, November, December. We're already in the burn months, guys. And all I know is that the
Oh,
Philippines has already celebrated Christmas. Or celebrating Christmas. In the
yeah.
preparation of Christmas.
Yeah. Some stores already have like Christmas decorations like sneaking in with the Halloween stuff, and I'm
With the
like,
Halloween
bro.
stuff. It's
Bro,
great.
at least my work hasn't done that yet. Thank God. But
I'm trying to target, like, many of the targets here in San Francisco, they haven't done that. They're going straight for Halloween first, which makes definite sense.
my
And all
work
the
is too.
fall
It's
stuff,
nice.
which is cool.
I love fall. Oh my God, the leaves are turning so nice here in the River Valley. Gosh.
Oh. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of trees in California, at least even where I live, that like has that does the full like the proper turning of leaves, because most of them just die. Like once they go brown, they immediately fall. They don't stay for like too long.
Yeah. Boing. Is it really
So
hilly getting into Fresno in like real life?
from the north,
Yeah, from like San Francisco to Fresno.
Going from San Francisco, yes. Like
Yes,
we
I'm just
got
having
the.
a lot of fun with these hills.
Yeah, no, until you get to like the main freeways down, like 5 and 99. It's hilly between the two, like between SF and that.
Oh, I'm so good at driving in games. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Uh, yeah. But what were we talking about before? Before tangents
Uh,
and such.
Work and all that stuff. It's been going good. I can't
Oh
wait to
yeah.
get into it more. And hearing that quarter 4 of every year with this business software company is going to be more crazier for all departments. It's going to be interesting because I'm going to give my 110%, even though I'm still a trainee. But it's going to be fun because I guess starting this week we're all going to be diving deep into the ticketing system and then actually resolving tickets and whatnot, which will be fun. And this is where the fun starts, sort of deal.
Yay.
So I can't wait to get into it. Hopefully, I'll have a lot of stories to tell about dealing with things. Try not to like dox them, of course, but at the same time, it'll be fun to like tell like, hey, this is what I had to deal with today. So we'll have a more interesting Truck and Talk Thursdays from here on out. I'd say, hopefully. Let's see. um. So yeah, that be work in terms of just oh god, I've been passing every damn way station. I'm not even carrying anything heavy. I am entering Utah though, so I guess they need to know about my weight. Aside from that, I've been. I didn't really explore much except for one day where I actually had to post my vlog about exploring the lame part of the lame side of San Francisco, financial district.
Nice. I saw the title of that and I haven't been able to check it out yet. But what? Why is it lame?
I don't know. I try to really think of a catchy title, but all I could think of it's like, well, this is just the part of San Francisco where there's just buildings, and like there's really only one cool building there that has some history. But at the same time, else I look at, it's like it's a tall tower. It's a tall tower. It's a tall tower. Yay! And then like after editing it, I'm just like, wow, this sounds just like how I did my Chinatown one, but definitely to the point where I did put the effort. There really isn't much to talk about. But I had recording of it anyways, and I wanted to do more. So on Wednesday, right after work, I decided to just hit it up back to the financial district of San Francisco and just start vlogging over there. I think I had some like interesting points that I talked about and whatnot. It was also interesting to notice when I was recording, like, there's still like a couple of like I guess original buildings that didn't get torn down in terms of
Hmm.
like when they were building the financial district because financial district was definitely built um well after San Francisco's like um growth
Hmm.
because I'd say most of the financial districts was usually built around the 70s, and I think that was the same thing for San Francisco. Like financial districts all around in America and most likely the world actually as well, like where they will take down old buildings to build new stuff there, like the new shit. Um, Same with SF. So it was fun to talk about like the Transamerica Pyramid. Can I pass you before I? Nope. 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 Just talking about the Transamerica Pyramid, and then all the other buildings that just kind of looks the same in some ways. Like there's really not a lot of creativity on trying to build a tower, unless if it was pre 70s or post 90s, I'd say.
Mm.
So I just try my best to like speak of like, hey, this is what's here. Hey, there's a strip mall in this sets of towers, which is cool, but it was surprisingly dead the both times I was there. On Labor Day, which makes sense, and on a Wednesday right after work, which was interesting because I'm so used to seeing downtown very busy. It wasn't busy at all.
Yeah.
It was like dead quiet at 4:30, which is surprising. Or maybe I'm at the wrong time. So enjoy that vlog for those who haven't watched it. Uh, Hopefully you find it interesting, and I will try my best to explore more neighborhoods here real soon. Um,
God damn it, Nightball, you beat me to it. Bastard.
Nightbot automated that shit. That's great.
Fuck
I'm
you.
planning on walking around a new city sometime this week. Ooh, cool. Do that. That'll be fun to really learn like where you live and all that stuff. There's some things that are closed that I want to go check out, like the public library. Ooh, cool. Hope you
Yeah.
find like all the like all the other quirky stuff along the way as you get to the library and then maybe another building. Who knows? Maybe you'll find something that also seems just as interesting, right?
I'm surprised he didn't tell you to vlog it like he does me. He does. I haven't gone
I
exploring in my
do.
city yet, really.
You've been busy, and
Yeah.
just the unfortunate scheduling is hasn't helped at all.
Because it's not safe.
No, it not.
There's a dude walking. Um, why am I sharing this? A dude got stabbed downtown near me. Don't worry.
Ah, shit.
Murder is everywhere.
Murder.
Why am I like this? But yeah, because I work overnight, so the only time I get to
Mhm.
explore would be at night, and
That's not
to do.
right.
So I'm just stuck at my computer all the time.
It's like I'm kind of a wimp, but at the same time, I don't want to deal with this city at night either. The latest I've been out was like 7:30, maybe 8. Um, Oddly enough, that was last night because on a Friday I decided to what did I do? I had to get a couple of Ethernet cables because I'm trying to like mess with my whole networking situation here. I mean, I have great internet, but I want to make it greater.
I'm gonna say like, only now you're gonna mess with it so much that it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna come to that point, but at the same time, like it's my place. I want to like start tinkering. Like I want to like learn a little bit more, like more about networking, like
Oh
in terms of
yeah.
like physical like internet like computer networking. Well, I also want to do networking too, but I will go to that later. Um, we'll get to that eventually. Like we'll get to that soon. Actually, I'll say that.
Sure.
Um. But like I kind of want to like get into like learning how to set up servers. Like I kind of want to run like a small server here, whether to be like hosting files or Minecraft server, who knows. I just like trying to figure out how all that works since now it's my own internet and I can use it all I want and my parents can bug me about it
Yes,
because I have
Mr.
control.
Adult.
And then once I learn, I'm gonna try to take over my parents' internet as well. So whenever I visit, everything is working fine and not broken. Oh, which reminds me, I need to help my parents try to figure out how to plug everything onto the computer. Like, so, I guess, so I have my parents here. For those who doesn't know, I have my parents here. They're just visiting and they're helping out, just cleaning up the place and whatnot. Because I try my best, but at the same time, there's so much I can do. So I'm glad they're here to like kind of help me out for a little bit. Um, Plus, they were sending my paper paycheck because it got sent over there. But apparently, there was a time where my mom wanted to use the desktop computer at home. However,
Uh-huh.
I was doing so much moving around of all the computers that were at that house. I forgot to plug in the actual computer back, and I guess my mom wanted to use the computer. So, oops.
Good job. You're gonna have
I
to
need,
write down the instructions for them.
my dad has pictures. I just need to label it. I haven't got
Okay.
to that point yet.
Ugh,
And
they
they're
leave
leaving.
tomorrow. You gotta get on
Actually, they're
there.
leaving. Apparently, they're leaving Monday. So
Uh,
I still got
Every time
time
I
to.
talk to you, they're leaving a different day.
I know it's great. Okay, I just heard that. I just heard that yesterday. It's like, yeah, we're going Monday. Okay, I guess.
I just read like the most terrifying news. Oh man.
Oh,
They've started triage in Alberta for COVID. Yeah. Meaning hospitals that are at capacity and over capacity.
Yikes.
That's terrifying. Ah! Okay, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Mouth panic. It's fine.
Picnic. Picnic.
Picnic?
Picnic. And I was where were we?
So you were talking about parents helping with their computer.
Yeah, so I need to like label that those photos my dad sent me, and then I'll give it back to him. It's like, all right, here you go. Hopefully my mom can use the computer again. Which is like, why don't you just use the laptop that's right there? Plug in the mouse, plug in the keyboard, you're all good. Plugging in the computer is so much harder. But then my mom's excuse, it's like, I only know how to use the desktop. I don't know how to use the laptop. It's like, okay, fine. Fine, Mom.
Gosh, you should have taught them how to use technology before you moved.
Honestly, I said this to myself, and I told this to my dad as well. My mom is not going to be using the computer anytime soon. So why bother me plugging everything in? And the one time she wants to use a computer. The one time. Yeah, it's been a fun time. Because like you can only do so much for an iPad, and I guess there's we're still doing a refinance at the house for the house over there, and I think I kind of talked about it here, without sharing too much information. There's just been a couple documents that has been kind of having an issue trying to look on the iPad, so my mom wants to use the computer. That's pretty much it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. But at the same time, she only knows how to use the desktop computer. She doesn't know how to use the laptop. Okay, Mom. We're gonna go to this repair shop right here. But why doesn't want to go through the town? Bitch. We're going through the town. Yeah, okay. I had to help my mom to get the laptop and her printer on the Wi-Fi. Ooh. Yeah, that's always the fun part, especially when there's like Wi-Fi issues. I hate Wi-Fi issues. I hate resolving Wi-Fi issues. Surprisingly, like those are not fun. I've found out.
Nope, they're not fun.
They're not fun, and especially when they just don't work. It's just like, why don't you work? Sort of deal. Like, I get that feeling. I like if you having the same struggles too. I understand. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was here a couple months ago. What the fuck can I? Oh, wait, I actually can go to Yellowstone. I want to drive here. I'm gonna drive here after dropping off the load. Okay, I'm doing that. All right, cool.
Oh my god. Dork.
I know. I'm that kind of dork. It's really. I like traveling. So.
I know.
So yeah, I do that for parents. What was the thing I talked about before parents? To exploring. Yeah, so hopefully I want to see if I could try it tomorrow. If they're not planning to do too much tomorrow, I'm gonna try my best to self-explore. I'm gonna figure out what neighborhood or location I want to explore in San Francisco.
Tenderloin.
I'm not ready to go to Tenderloin yet.
Ah!
I still feel the very with Tenderloin after passing a couple times there.
Look, the pretty buildings.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, I was helping him find places before he moved, and I kept going to Tenderloin because I'm like, look at the buildings. They're pretty. And yeah, that was me. I just love the style of Tenderloin.
It does have a classic charm to it. Like it really does. Like cuz that's especially around that area and aside from Fidei, it's very early 20th century over there. Definitely.
Yeah, I was saying like it reminds me of like a 20s swing era. Like boop, 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 boop. Anyway.
That sounds about right because not like anything, most of them probably had gotten rebuilt because of the Great Earthquake of 1906. So probably most of them got rebuilt to that.
Love it.
I'd say.
Love it, love it, love it, but he
I'm being about it.
He doesn't want to go yet. It could be
I'm
perfectly fine and safe on the weekend during the day. No.
no.
I'm pouty because I just want to see it. That's all. Carry on.
Car, please. Thank you. I want to get in. Thank you. Um, Hi. Yeah.
Uh, I don't know what other neighborhood. I don't know anything about San Francisco really.
I was tempted to go Mission District. I don't know if I'm
It'd be
ready
kind
to
of
do that
cool if
on a
you did like a
weekend.
university hopping tour. Just go see all the
I want
campuses.
to do that. It'd be fun to
Oh,
re-record San Francisco State. I might.
yeah, SF State, because there's like a lot
Mm-hmm.
of really big like universities here, like Stanford. No,
Stanford, yeah. I would have to get that. I
yeah,
want to go down there actually.
yeah.
I've been meaning to travel down to the South Bay. It's just, yeah. But
It's
I do
you.
plan. Yeah, no, I plan maybe next month if everything is still if everything gets stable in terms of me. I'm trying to figure out my next few paychecks are going to be paper or not. That's really the only issue I'm having right
You
now.
haven't figured that out yet?
They haven't given me any sort of confirmation about it. Like the direct deposit is all set up and everything. I just don't know if on my next payday I'm going to get paid by direct deposit or by
Ask you to
paycheck.
go to them and ask. I don't know why my words were like that. Bleh.
I still haven't. They haven't been
You
giving me
haven't
any
gone
good
to ask
information.
yet. Bleh. I'm trying to remember all the big
So.
universities in SF area.
Stanford will be actually be fun. I still want to go down that way because it'll be cool. All I know
Yeah.
is I could probably take a whole bus to get. I could take one bus to get there. It'll take me 2 hours to get there, but it's one bus to get there.
Berkeley. Sorry, I'm remembering.
Berkeley, that's a good one too. That's a good campus too.
Berkeley.
I would want to visit Berkeley too. UC Berkeley, Stanford, my university, SF State. Because apparently there's actually new construction over there, which is going to be interesting. They tore down one of the science buildings, but it's been an old science building, so very understandable at the same time.
There's a lot of beaches. Damn.
There's a lot of beaches.
I went all the way down to San Jose by mistake. My bad.
I could do San Jose State. San Jose State actually looks really good. It's a very
San
it's
Jose?
yeah. I've that's where my friend went.
Oh
You know
yeah.
her. Yeah. Um,
They have a
it's a
Japantown.
they do have a Japantown. Oh, it'd be cool to. Okay, I might have ideas
See, I'm
now.
giving you my ideas to travel
Good
around
because
the area.
it good because like some of the things I thought of, it's like it sounds interesting. I don't know if I can make it interesting, but I need like some level ground with it too. So definitely I could do Japantown. Be fun to do
And,
Japantown. I want to do Japantown
and
in San Jose too, but that's gonna be a lot of effort to get down there. It's a lot of time to get down there first.
Japan. So you're talking about Japantown in SF?
Yeah. Oh no, SF
Yeah.
is really easy. I was like trying to do like if I wanted to do a comparison of the two. I mean,
Hmm.
SF Japantown is definitely bigger, but at the same time, like
Oh,
I should do
Presidio.
I should do.
Presidio.
Ooh.
Presidio.
Ooh, I forgot. Well, yeah, I forgot about Presidio. Like in terms of like actual like terms of exploration, I forgot about that place because that is a pretty place. Um,
There's a
I
lot of cool
imme-
stuff in this corner of SF.
I immediately remind of the Pogo vlog I did with Pat did when I was with him.
Mm.
We went to the Presidio and visited the what was it? Shit, what was that building with the Yoda statue? Yoda fountain statue. I can't remember.
There's too many things to look at for me to like list them all off.
Oh yeah, I know I could visit Presidio, and I think I might know the route to get there. So
Yoda fountain. I found it.
yeah, the Yoda fountain in the like it's like forgot his
Lucasfilm?
name. Lucasfilms. There we go. I don't remember it at all. To save my life.
That's funny. Look at me giving you ideas to explore. What about the Sea Cliff? I guess not really Sea Cliff. There's not really other name for it. There's like
Oh,
this
I
little
think
tiny like park where there's like Land's End lookout?
Yes, yes. I was like
That
wondering.
corner?
Seacliff sounds familiar because I think like I think that's Land's End. There's like one cool. There's like a couple cool things over there. I could do. I could
I
show you the
see it.
ocean.
The ocean.
The ocean,
There-
and there's actually really cool things over there too.
There's baths. Baths.
Yeah, they have the old baths that they preserve but they don't use. Like it's like the structure's preserved but it's abandoned.
And then there's Pyramid Rock. That looks cool.
Oh, maybe I need to get on the 38 all the way down to Land's End.
And go to the beach. Go to
To
Ocean
the beach.
Go to the
I still been
beach.
meaning to go to the beach. I just
Go to the
haven't.
beach. Go to the beach.
I will go to the beach.
Go to one of the like 100 of beaches down here. Holy crap.
I know there's a nudist beach over there.
I
I am not filming over there, but there's a nudist. For very obvious reasons, Dragon. It's an actual nudist beach.
Lol.
I remember. So, I remembered it quite clearly once again because there's a subreddit that I decided to follow, and just this read from time to time, which is r/AskSF, and it's like a fun place to like figure out like, with whoever's like asking questions. It's always fun to like read the threads, because it's like it gives me ideas of where to go, at times.
There you go. Well, I'm not gonna
And
look
I-
at stuff anymore because I'm gonna be sad that I'm upset.
And then I immediately remembered that yeah, Baker Beach is one part of Baker Beach is an actual nudist beach. You'll see the fun stuff there.
No, really.
I don't know where you're going with the no. I was just like no, but then you said really. I was like, ah,
Let's look at Baker Beach. Yeah.
have fun. It's pretty there. If you don't go
There's
too
lots
far
of
to
pretty
the
things
east,
near here.
yeah,
Mm.
it's pretty. It's quite pretty over there. I think the last time I went there, I did attempt to take a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge on the western side, southwestern side, and that's where I did it over at Baker Beach.
Nice. There you go. I gave you 2 ideas. You're welcome.
Presidio, Japantown, and maybe for myself
3
the
ideas.
beach. And then one day I will do the Golden Gate Park when it's less busy. It's been always busy at Golden Gate Park, which has been fortunate and unfortunate at the same time because I missed the Golden Gate Park when it was not busy. It's just a fun
Yeah.
time to just walk in the park and like barely see a soul for like about 10-15 minutes, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a really nice place to relax, but there's just been so much people every single day, whether it's a weekday or a weekend. Which again, it makes sense because it's like really one of the few open spaces that allows you to just stretch and go. So very
Go
understandable.
See the heart of San Francisco. On
Which
Pier
is
39.
Ah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
remember that.
one day I will do the tourists stuff. I've been meaning. I think after talking about the financial district, I did talk about doing Embarcadero and the whole northern pier section of San Francisco, like going from like ferry building to Pier 39 sort of deal, or up to Fisherman's Wharf, which are two different things. For those who doesn't know, Pier 39 and Fisherman's Wharf are two different things.
Yes, they are. Although there's
I
still
didn't
a lot
know-
of seafood there.
Yeah.
Well, now that I'm looking at it closely, there's a fucking IHOP there. Damn it.
There's an IHOP and the original Boudin's, which is like Panera, but only for the Northern Californias, which I noticed.
Oh,
And has way better bread.
oh. I want. And what?
Maybe I should do Ghirardelli Square to Fisherman's Wharf. Because I did that on the Golden Gate vlog in 2016. It'd be cool to go back and redo that whole place. Because I was pretty sad in terms of my vlogging back then. I think I'm still sad doing my vlogging now. Because, like, Out of the times I've been recording in San Francisco, I've been meaning to use a tripod. I go handheld. I've been on this road before. Ah, shit. Okay. Memories are starting to fly back in a couple months ago.
Nice.
Damn. Yeah, I still been meaning to also like revisit places that I've done in the 2016 vlogs, vlog week challenge, which unfortunately is not there. I don't see Dragon Side. I miss seeing those videos. Stupid people
Rip.
who shall not be named.
Rip. Yeah, rip my 400 subs.
I know. Wee! Thanks, Car.
I'm down to 32. But I've rebuilt back up to 32. I should really phrase that. Built myself
really
back up
did.
to 32.
You did, which, come on. Come on, more people. Start subbing to AmythicalDragyn today.
You can. Although I took a content break this week.
Again, very fair. You've done a lot this week. You've really done a lot. Which I guess that's pretty much it for me. Yeah, I'm gonna be still excited for work and will be trying to travel as much as I can, sort of deal. So the travel vlogs hasn't stopped yet. I just need to record more.
Yeah, which I will help him remind him because I'm a good dragon.
You are like a good dragon. No, I'm kidding.
Like a good dragon, your personal assistant is here.
There we go. I don't know why I had a State Farm commercial stuck in my head.
No, I didn't even know where that commercial's from, but I'm like, oh god, the jingle.
You did it pretty well. That was it was pretty damn close actually. Cause like I figured as much you wouldn't know because that's an American thing, but that was pretty close to the
I've
State
seen
Farm
the
jingle.
commercial. I just couldn't remember the company name. I'm like, what company did that commercial?
Yeah.
We get American shows up here. You're not that special.
I don't know. Oh, I keep forgetting you do sometimes get American commercials too.
Predominantly, all of our shows are American. Because a lot of our Canadian companies are partnered with fucking American companies.
The American monopoly. I don't want to go there.
I
realize owned by Burger. Is it owned by Burger King over there?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Stupid Burger King. Why did the king have to own us?
It would have been great if Burger King was still open in my area. Maybe I could have had Timmy's coffee for once. It closed over here, where I live.
Rip.
The
Starbucks that's just down the street from me closed, which makes me sad.
Oh, I still haven't got Starbucks yet. I still haven't got my PSL.
Get it!
Maybe tomorrow.
I got myself pumpkin spice creamer.
Ooh.
So I can kind of have the same thing, but it's not the same thing.
It's not the same though, right? You know.
But I can't afford Starbucks for life. I probably won't be able to afford Starbucks until November.
But then you'll be ready for holidays, unless if you really wanted more PSLs.
Holidays.
The peppermints.
Anything.
That's very understandable.
I'm too fucking broke.
Oh, I still need to get you something.
Nah.
But
no, too much generosity lately. No, don't do this.
Hi. How have you been?
Ah!
As I transition this way quite well, not really.
You'll know how I am by noises only. Nah.
Yeah, beautiful noises.
Well, it's been a hot minute, so there's a lot to kind of break down and go through.
That's fair.
Fairly recently, life has taken some interesting turns this week. Because I think I mentioned that before, like my work might be going on strike. Per se, but we had the formal vote this week.
God, that's been like a lot of weeks in the making, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Like, if I think about
Um,
it.
yeah, because they were like thinking about the vote. They gathered like it did a survey to gather interest if the vote would be like something we should do, and like should the union go forward and threaten them with the vote. And then like we like 90% of us like said yes, we want to like vote for like do a strike vote. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, company our employees are mad at the company. So then they
Which is
did that
very
interest
understandable.
survey, and then they had one last week of negotiations at the end of August, so a month ago basically, and all of that broke down. So then they had to
Mm-hmm.
get the official government mediation involved and kind of fill out all the necessary requirements to host the strike vote, and then that was announced at the beginning of September. And they got all that signed up and done, and they had the dates set up for across this week in a variety of cities and places across Alberta, like my
Mm-hmm.
province. And then we voted on Thursday.
Oh boy.
And I didn't go because I'm really just like, this is a temporary goddamn job, so I don't really need to care.
Right.
Per se, like I'm trying to distance myself from like caring from it, because if I care about it, I get angry, and if I get angry, I don't want to be angry. Did you just take a
Yeah.
shortcut?
I think I did. I thought that was my turn. I'm so confused.
That is
What is what is this
magic.
place? What is this? I'm driving everywhere and everywhere. I'm like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm lost.
That was kind of wild to watch. Well, we
Right?
had our strike vote yesterday, and then they tallied. No, on Thursday. Sorry, Thursday was the big vote. Yesterday we got the result, and 97% of the people who voted
Oh no, here we
for
go.
this union, or for this union strike, said yes.
Oh
So
boy.
now we've got the permissions to host and do a strike, but we have 120 days to use that permission, basically, to use that action, the strike action.
Right.
Uh, so my goal is to find a new job in 120 days. But
Oh
they're gonna go
boy.
back to the negotiation table next week and kind of be like, so this is what our employees say. This is what our union
Mm-hmm.
says. And if you don't compromise or are willing to work with us, we're gonna do it.
Oh boy.
So things are gonna get intense in the next while. Not like they weren't already, but they're gonna like just
Right.
skyrocket further at this point. Um, and it's a nightmare. There you
Like
have it.
that's just such a logistic nightmare to just deal with, if anything, because going on strike does not sound fun.
No, because God, reading like the actual logistics behind it, it's like fuck, because like a lot of us will be reduced down to minimum wage.
Which is insane.
If that, and we'd only get paid for a certain amount of hours per day from the union, whatever they can afford, right? Because it's going to
Right.
be the union paying us, not the work, because we're not going to be working if we go on strike. And then
Right.
we'll be boycotting all Loblaw stores. So that's not just my workplace, like my work store. It'll be like a
Mm-hmm.
superstore, Shoppers Drug Mart. There's a lot of stores related to Loblaws, but there's going to be a huge boycott. There will be picket lines and the whole works.
Is it still open up for negotiation even with the power to strike between now and then?
Yeah, the only reason why they did the strike vote is to use it as a power thing.
Ah, gotcha. So it's like it's basically a new
Like,
bargaining
this
chip.
is what our employees want. This is what our employees want. Give it to us, or we will actually enact this
We'll
in
actually
government, in
riot.
parliament.
Right.
Yeah. So I've learned a lot about like the actual government process to this, which has been interesting. But
Bureaucracy
yay,
in some ways.
formalities and things. So it's been weird, but
Mm-hmm.
it's also like no,
At the same
uh,
time, fuck this
because we're not
shit.
going to have our benefits if we strike. We're not going to have
Right.
the extra like pay. We're not going to be paid well if we go on strike. So it's crazy and not fun. So that's like the big update on work. Actually, my manager. Well, I'm gonna save like the names of these people to like
Right.
him in private call, but my main manager, who I worked with before, has gone MIA. And
Oh,
so the
fun.
assistant manager has stepped up, and she's never been trained to be in the management position before. And oh my lord, has she had fun trying to pick up the
Like,
slack.
I got the power, or fuck, 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 fuck.
More of like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm hoping I'm doing okay. Please tell me if I'm doing okay.
Oh, oh boy.
Yeah. And
That sounds
I
like fun.
uh it's been she's given me some weird ass schedules, man.
I mean, I've been hearing it. Some of them sounds
Yeah.
great. Others are hell.
Yeah, and she won't change my Monday night shift from an 8-hour shift to a 4-hour shift, which sucks.
Eh.
I'm gonna have to be mobile for core development on the bus. Toastmasters
Yikes.
on the bus. I'm
Toastmasters on
gonna
the bus.
start a
Zoom
new
meetings on the
trend.
bus. Here we go. I think there's a couple people that's already done Zoom meetings on the bus, but doing like official Toastmaster stuff, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I've signed
Toastmasters
myself up
mobile
to
on a
be.
bus.
I've signed myself up to be like a speech evaluator
On a bus.
and all counter on a bus.
You have good signal wherever you're going when you get home, right?
As long as I stay above ground, yes. Which luckily there's a route that I could take that stays above ground, so I'm good. But yeah.
All is Gucci in the world until it isn't, right?
Exactly. But I'm gonna be a bit of a sneak on that shift because I'm gonna go upstairs before I'm punching out and get all of my crap, put my iPod away before 8 o'clock, so then I
Right.
can leave right at 8 and catch the first bus to the mall and then catch the express bus downtown. Like first buses that I can, so I'm not like on the bus too much, and then I can hopefully be home by the end of the meeting.
Hey.
Yeah, and I'll be burning my phone charger, of course, because like Zoom eats up fucking phone batteries like no tomorrow.
Gotta be on cam, and everyone else be on cam. Right?
I'm not gonna be on cam. I'm gonna be on a public bus. Fuck that.
Hi, I'm on a bus.
No.
I still
Beep,
wondered
beep, beep,
the
beep.
like there was one person I remember going home when I was like I think I was either shopping or exploring, probably shopping. They were on a Zoom call on my bus ride home. I'm just like, how the hell are you doing it? First of all, the bus is crowded. Second of all, it's like Rumble Central, like not the best roads out there. So that bus is hitting every goddamn pothole along the way, and you hear
Yeah.
the bus rattle. How in the world are you surviving on a Zoom call?
Luckily, mute is an option.
That's true. That's true. She was probably muted too.
Yeah, so I gave myself like the least amount of speaking roles possible, and that way it won't be too much of a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
And I can stay muted for most of that meeting. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna like walk out of
Hey.
work on the Zoom meeting, be like, "Hi, I just got off work, heading to the bus stop, and I'm happy to be here, Toastmasters." But so that'll be my experience Tuesday morning.
That's gonna be great.
And then I'll be like, Austin, I'll have our like catch up meeting when I get home because I'm not quite home yet. I'll call you at 9:30. So
I'm
yeah, but
still
like
on a bus. Oh, that's
work has been a
fucking funny.
nightmare. Yeah, so work's been a nightmare because of like the strike stuff going on, the drama, the campaigning from like the company and like union people. My
Oh,
God.
jeez.
Like the company was trying to like scare tactic us, like if you do that, you're all gonna be laid off and we don't have to hire you back and which legally they're not allowed to do that. Found that
Mm-hmm.
out. So dum-dums trying to threaten us and not gonna work. And it didn't work. So there's a lot of stuff going on at work, and then my assistant manager is stepping up to be manager because my other manager is just gone. just gone.
MIA. Crazily MIA. That's crazy.
No idea like where she's at, and then that means we've had the assistant store manager on our asses every night. And he's not nice about it and not like grateful about it. He's just like, do this and do your best and do it now. And it's like, we're trying. So it's been a lot of pressure on the night staff to handle everything and fix everything for the day people, which is stupid because the day people need to learn how to fucking be productive. Work has caused a lot of bitter resentments. And I need out.
Damn.
Which leads to another
You
update.
definitely need out.
Nice transition for me. Another
Do-do-do-do-do.
update. I've been applying to jobs like crazy and have been rejected by so many.
Oh,
But
no.
one opportunity has risen from the ashes of all the other rejections, and that is to work for Big Brothers Big Sisters as an
Ooh.
in-school mentoring facilitator. So I will be, well, I shouldn't say I will be, I might be, there you go, uh, doing like the volunteer student matching, so matching volunteers with students, getting that relationship set up and started, as well as doing regular check-ins with the teacher, the parents, the child, and the volunteer, and
Ooh.
really making sure relationships are strong, that everyone feels supported, that they're good, and if something's not working, come up with strategies and resources to help make it a little better and make it a little easier for anyone that's struggling in all of those like capacities basically. And I'll be doing it for
Mm-hmm.
like 6 or 7 schools,
Ooh.
from like central Edmonton to north, like from that kind of area. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm right in the ideal place to like bus it and transit there.
You really are considered, yeah, that you're in a prime location anyway. So it's like it shouldn't, like, even if your city is big, it really isn't that hard to get to many of the places anyways, right?
Yeah, well,
For the most part.
and for the most part, we have a new bus system that rolled out in April, and it's still a nightmare to figure out. But I will figure it out.
I keep forgetting about that part. It
Mm-hmm.
was great where you used to live, and then you moved.
And then everything is not good. But it's all right. So, but the one condition is, so I had like the pre-interview last week, and the lady was really sweet because I talked to her before for another like mentoring facilitator position, but that was community based,
Mm-hmm.
where having a license is an absolute requirement
Mm-hmm.
because it's based in the community, so you meet wherever in the community, kind of thing. And having your license is required for this role. However, she put a little asterisk by me in that because I'm a well qualified applicant. And if I just agree that I will work towards my license sometime during this pandemic when we're all meeting virtually, then I will still be considered for the job. So I will be
Hey.
working towards my license, I guess, in the next few months and getting a car somehow in the next few months. Um, So yes, I got that pre-call, and then she invited me to a formal interview
Oh, it was a
on
formal
Monday.
interview. Oh,
It's a formal interview this past week, so I got like the
uh-huh.
second round interviews basically,
Got it.
and had that yesterday. Mm,
You think you told me yesterday?
I think so. Yeah, yesterday, and I got to meet with her, so the actual like recruiter, and the actual mentoring facilitator supervisor. So she's the one that
Oh.
is the supervisor for all the facilitators that are in the mentoring program.
Mm-hmm.
So those two asked me a lot of questions, and then there's a trainee supervisor in the call. So she was just there listening and observing. And oh god, that interview.
Oh.
There's so many different levels of situational questions they asked that I was like, fuck. Like the first stage was like asking about, tell us about an experience where you had to do this, or that you managed this, or that it relates to
Right.
this. And then it was the second part, is like, now we're going to throw you into situations related to the job. And I'm like, okay. And like, how would you handle it? And so, like, there'll be questions like, your volunteer has expressed concerns with the students as they're not receiving or accepting the assistance and help and advice that the volunteer has been given. How would you handle that situation? Like those kinds of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Then it became about paperwork. They had a lot of questions about paperwork and being organized and what software I used.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was a lot
I
of those
think you have skills about
questions.
that, though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
I
feel
mean,
like I
like
answered them
overall,
really well.
right?
And like, but it's just I hate interviews because like you second guess everything because the
I
like
know that
both
feeling.
ladies were smiling and nodding and like listening, and so I'm like, okay, that's
Oh,
reassuring. Like that seems like a good thing. But then you're like, oh no, the
did
little
I say
voice in
something
my
wrong?
head was like, are they doing that out of pity? Oh no.
It's okay. I know that feeling from my past interview for this job too. It's like the same thing. It's like I know what I'm talking about, but at the same time, it sounds like gibberish to me. Like you like you have that experience of like what they're asking, right? Either that or
Mm-hmm.
you kind of know the idea of how you want to solve it.
Mm-hmm.
However, at the same time, it's like, yeah, no, I remember either looking this up or this is based on sure experience. Why the fuck does this sound wrong to me?
Right. But very friendly people, and they asked some questions about like mental health support and
Ooh.
LGBTQ plus support. And I'm happy to announce that this company does require all employees to be vaccinated, so I feel way safer
Oh yeah, that's good.
like working for this company because again, grocery stores up here, you don't need the vaccine card that was rolled out because it's an essential service. So employees don't have to be vaccinated. The vaccine card that we need to show in most places now,
Mm-hmm.
they don't need at grocery stores. Where I'm working right now is not safe. And we've had 4 cases in 2 weeks, so that's a good feeling.
That's no.
And my managers are still not fucking like making masks mandatory. Anyway, I mean, like they're making all of us wear the mask, but then themselves don't wear it properly. So that's just so fucking hypocritical. And I hope I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna wish COVID on anyone, but there's some days where I really feel that working at this place.
It's really a mood, but it's like very unfortunate. Some of them just like do whatever shit they want to do, and not realizing the dire consequences of not following it properly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And no, it's not fun.
Uh, so that's a nice upcoming thing, and I'm gonna find out the results of my interview on Wednesday this coming week.
Ooh, Pog.
Yeah, so fingers
Oh, I hope
crossed.
something good. Come on,
Good
be cool.
vibes. And let's
That'd
just
be good
hope
vibes.
to like the universe, like that it works. That it
Right.
goes my favor so I can leave Soup Dump Store. Because I'm not making enough money to live.
It's like you're not making enough, and it's already being way too geopolitical, like too political in there.
Yeah, like I didn't expect to really care about the government in my work until like now.
As
With
a
the strike
picker,
and such. Yeah, as a
as a
grocery online picker.
like if it was the government fighting the government, if it was like where I used to work for census fighting the government, which has happened, that was a fun time.
See, we're not
Um,
fighting against the government. We're like, we need you to get involved, please,
right.
because our company sucks. Uh,
Company politics is not fun.
yeah, but so that's one really exciting opportunity that's come my way. That's will be one option to get me out in 120 days before the strike gets called.
Oh, I hope
Uh,
so.
so I'm gonna be job hunting like crazy though. Like after Wednesday when I find out the result or not, we'll see. Because I'm not gonna jinx myself and job hunt now
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to. I don't know, send mixed signals in the universe. I want this job. I deserve this job. I think I've got this job. I'm gonna get this job.
Right. Like there's nothing that should be stopping you to get it.
Yeah. And my sister and I are gonna be going like driving lessons this coming week. We were supposed to start this week, but she injured her foot, and that's been an ordeal.
Right.
So, yeah, we're.
Oh, she's okay.
Yeah, she. I'm gonna say this quietly because I can.
She can hear you.
Yeah, she injured her toe in her sleep.
She's like,
She's an old lady now.
she older than you, even though she isn't. I'm trying to keep this quiet so you don't start laughing too much and say too much.
So I keep thinking about like it's been like really bad for her. Like it's been hard to walk and things like that. But like it's feeling better lately. So hopefully it's like she sees the doctor tomorrow for follow up, and hopefully it'll all be okay.
It's funny how that it happened though. That's just crazy. In her sleep, it just kind of go.
I mean, yeah, a lot of weird things happen when you're asleep. But,
That's true.
I woke up for example, I woke up one morning, or I shouldn't say morning, one afternoon, because I work overnights, with I somehow taken all of the pillowcases off my pillows, because I have 3 of them, and I put them on the floor neatly.
Okay.
Like beside the bed. Somehow, in the middle of my sleep, just decided to do that.
It's
like,
just there neatly.
I'm like, all right, brain, are you okay? What's happened here?
Is there a ghost controlling me or something?
Am I
Do I
possessed?
gotta you possessed? Yeah.
So I mean, we do weird things in our sleep. Uh,
Don't put it like that. But at the same time, you're not wrong. Hey, it's the gas station we stopped by at. Jesus Christ.
oh my god.
Fucking SCS software, stop. Like, this is. I'm reminiscing too much over here. Ah.
um, I've had a few other opportunities that I'll share with the class.
What else do you like to share in the class, Dragyn?
Yeah, so I've created a LinkedIn. Decided to
I
finally join the
forgot about
bandwagon.
that. I forgot about that.
Decided to join the bandwagon because I've wanted to avoid it for so long, and I have no idea why, because it's actually kind of interesting. Like the content and
when you
like
know it
the
is.
things that I've been following are like, ooh, this is actually interesting, motivating, and I didn't know that, so it's kind of cool to follow like a bunch of things in the education sector for sure.
Jesus, here we go. Woo!
And through that, I've been making connections, and it's cool because I'm like connecting with some old colleagues in the UK again, and
That's
here in
good.
the city, some teachers, and being that kind of sneaky person on LinkedIn where I connect with like vice principals and assistant principals and
Professional stalking.
principals. Professional stalking and making connections with people that could potentially hire me. Yep.
But hey, you're doing it for a good cause for yourself to, actually find
Yeah, for
a job in your
networking and
definitely field.
such.
Oh, definitely not working.
Exactly. And since I've joined a month ago ish,
Jesus.
I've had some interesting conversations and connections.
Ooh,
And
interesting.
Um, I got to share my experience with one of the ward trustees because there's an election going on for the Edmonton Public School Board
Oh boy.
trustees. Yeah, there's elections going on left, right, and center up in Canada for real though.
But I mean, like, just a short aside, you had your
Federal elections
federal. There we go. I was
that
like,
nothing
national,
changed.
provincial. What the fuck is the word?
Federal. You don't. Yeah, you don't want to know my stance on the election. But basically, the results were practically the exact same with little change for all parties. So it's a $600 million
$600. Wow.
cabinet shuffle. There you go. That's my stance on
It's
that
like
$600
shuffling
million
a deck of
cabinet
cards, huh?
shuffle. Yeah, because some of the
For
cabinet people across the country lost their seats, so they had to do a little bit of shuffling. But it wasn't like
That's what I call
crazy.
yikes.
Yeah, but not really. Like,
It
I don't know. This
same
election
same
was a
old in the
waste of
same
time.
time, and a waste of money.
Waste of time.
Waste of
Waste of time, waste of
taxpayers'
money,
money.
waste of taxpayers' dollars. Just to sound like
I
a
like we both went for
fucking
the same thing. It's a waste of taxpayers' money.
But yeah,
Political
so
jokes
there's
in a
that
nutshell.
election, and then we had the strike vote election, and then there's municipal election coming in a few weeks here.
Oh
So we vote
boy.
for a new mayor and council members.
Mayoral. Oh,
So
council.
many elections. Oh, the council. I'm stressed. We have 10 mayoral candidates in my city.
All of them
10.
are shit.
So many,
That's a lot, actually.
right?
And it's not even like narrowed down or anything. It's literally 10.
Well, it's narrowed down to about 5, but even then, 5 is a lot.
I expected like 2. Actually, like
Right?
here, where I used to live, it's like, yeah, you're just down to 2. Whoever's the Republican, whoever's the Democratic,
Oh,
or another party, if
I can't
anything.
wait for San Francisco's mayoral election. That'd be interesting to follow. See
I
how many
want to
candidates that big
know
city
when we
has.
get to wee. Um,
Do not kill the cops.
I've tried not to, but I also don't want to rear end another person again because me and my big ass truck.
What is
I
the
try to get
population of San Francisco?
Um.
Oh, Edmonton's bigger than you.
Yeah, no, it should be. We're like under 1 million.
Yeah, 874,000.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can round out 875,000.
We're just condensed as fuck because
Yeah.
our city area is like 49 square miles compared to I think Edmonton, which is like twice or 3 times as bigger. Probably 3 times as
Uh,
bigger.
Wow, that is not an updated population count. That was a few years ago. Jesus. Um,
Ooh, I wonder what the 2020 census numbers for San Francisco then. It's I haven't even looked at it. Oh,
Edmonton's 2020 census population 1,468,926 people.
that's about right for a
We had
city
a
that big.
wow.
You're such a big
Calgary.
city.
Calgary's going faster than us. Get back to Calgary. Um, where was I going with this? But yeah, okay, so elections for days. But anyway,
Right.
I connected with the ward trustee to share my experience with trying to get a teaching role after having international experience, and that should be valued, but it hasn't been for my applications in this goddamn city. So he was really sweet. That was a nice conversation I had with him. And he's just like,
Oh, that's
that's
pretty
not
cool.
okay. He basically admitted, like, that's not okay. There's no reset button for a teaching experience. There should not be a reset button.
Right.
He's like, so thank you for sharing that story with me, and I'm gonna take that in mind. I'm going to cross LinkedIn and networks in the city to get more like voices from teachers to hear what their concerns are. So thank you.
That's pretty
You're
pog.
not
That's
a
pretty cool.
teacher for Edmonton Public, but I want you to be a teacher in Edmonton Public someday. So that was like really sweet.
Ooh. Hey, who knows? Maybe there's a recommendation in sight.
He's a board trustee. He can't hire me, but who knows? Uh,
He'll pass it
there's
on to someone, right?
possibly, who knows? So I found that like cool little conversation and connection there. Well, one that I was surprised about was because LinkedIn does that thing like Facebook and Twitter does, where like you see like the posts that people like and from like other strangers, so you kind of see like all these people's random things.
Right, like the
I don't know a
related
better
post
way
sort of
to.
deal.
Yeah, and
Post
I
that could
saw this.
relate to you, or they should,
Yeah, I saw
whatever.
this. Yes. Um, I saw this post from this one lady that kind of said like, "Are you trying to find find a job in your career? Are you looking for a
I didn't know
career
where you were
switch,
going
a
with
career
that.
change?" What?
Are you trying to find a new love life? I'm like, hold on a second, it's LinkedIn there. What the fuck?
This is not Tinder, dude. Um, so it was one of those posters just like, are you
It's
looking to
terrible.
like find a job in your career? Are you stuck? Are you in a position where you're not, where you're just doing what you need to do to make ends meet? And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And then I
Have
read
you
the rest
answered
of the
it?
post.
If
She's
you
like,
answered yes to all these questions,
yeah. Oh, hi, Crow Addict.
hi, Radek.
Hi.
Welcome,
They followed
welcome.
me on Twitter. I know
They
them.
did
I
too. They
know.
follow me on Twitter too, and here on
Hey,
Twitch too.
nice.
Nice.
Um,
I think.
yeah. Sorry, I wanted to say hi quick. But Rowland's discovered.
Rowlands. Welcome to Rowlands, Wyoming. You don't know what the fuck this accent is.
Yeah, and I don't think they have a southern accent in
No, no,
Wyoming.
no.
No, they're north.
In the Rockies, no. Oh, thanks, Radek, for the
Oh,
subscription for tier 1. Thank you, thank you.
nice. Absolutely amazing. But anyways, I saw this post and it's like, if you are interested in wanting to know more or looking for assistance in this, reach out to me. I'm doing like a web career series where we offer advice to real people that are having real struggles. And so I actually commented going, this sounds exactly like the position I'm currently in and I'm
It really
interested. I would
does.
love to hear more. And they messaged me and
Oh,
we've connected and we had like a first little pre-interview basically before this web series. And
oh,
I
it's
got to
this
learn
one.
more.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then I got to learn more about like what she plans on doing because she's created an 8-week career path course that it's called the Accelerator Program. And she basically is looking for people who wants to start a web series to gather interest and be like a promotional material for this course. And so I would be doing a 15-minute interview with her and a career path expert, recorded for 15-20 minutes kind of thing, like a little episode where I explain my situation, what's going on, what's happening, and then receive advice about my career with the disclosure that all your problems are not going to be fixed in 15 minutes. There's more to this, and if you want more information, check out my accelerator program, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And as a thank you for being a part of this, I get to attend her career boot camp at the end of October. And it's like a
Ooh.
3-day, 3-course kind of program where we go through and learn about the strategies of like networking and connecting with others, looking outside the box, looking for our amazing opportunities wherever and whenever you can.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll be taking her 8-week accelerator program course for free as well for doing the series
Ooh,
and
that's
helping
pretty
her
cool.
be promotional and such like that. So it's
Mm-hmm.
been really, really cool. And I've had the web series recording done this week.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so that first step is done, and now I'm going to be published sometime in the beginning of October. So when that link is ready, I can share it with everyone. And it was a really cool conversation because we had a little mini script for it that was kind of loose. So it's really like, we'll talk about this topic, this topic, this topic,
Mm-hmm.
introductions and such like that. And I got to do this interview with her. So she's based in the West Coast in the States.
Ooh.
And then the career path expert was based in Kenya.
Ooh, cool.
And yeah, and phenomenal woman. Like she's done, like her bio, I like read through it. She's done like really a big advocate for inclusion and diversity. She's also started a company that's or a nonprofit for women with careers and breastfeeding or something like that. So basically, like single mothers
Interesting.
who are
Oh, I
single
see.
working mothers that have careers and like
Uh-huh.
that's
Right.
that words escaped me, that like judgment for being breastfeeding in the workplace, that kind of thing. So she's an advocate for that, advocate for
Ah,
women's
gotcha, gotcha.
rights and advocacy, and like
Mm-hmm.
she's done so much. And so we interviewed with her and found out she first started as a teacher, like me,
Aww.
and taught 6th grade. So oof, that's a grade to teach.
And for
And
you, it's your post-secondary, if I remember correctly, right?
I'm not
Oh,
post-secondary.
not post.
I'm
Secondary.
no, I'm in that same grade. Like that's the first grade I can teach. So I'm like
Right.
grade 6 to 12
Oh, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
with some adult education because I have experience with adult
You
education
do
now too.
right, you do. I remember
Yeah.
that.
I'm not
Yeah.
certified in adult education, but I have taught in an adult education setting, so it
Environment.
is
Yeah.
valued. It's supposed to be valued, not here. But anyway,
Kind of stupid. Very stupid.
yeah. So I had this interview, and then like I had to introduce myself, explain my situation, which I don't want to go through in here again. But like you basically know that I'm working retail despite being fully qualified as a teacher. So that's my
Mm-hmm.
situation.
That's all you need to know. You could look up other Chuck and Talks for that. So.
Yeah, just limited opportunities to no opportunities for my like position and my experience, and yeah, there's like all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I explained that to the career path coach, and like the lady knew about this already because we had that interview.
Right.
And then they asked me some key questions. One of them was like, would you prefer to work for an employer or for yourself?
Ooh.
And I struggled to figure out this question
That's a really
because
hard question, actually, if you think about it, especially knowing where you're coming from.
yeah, because I currently do work for myself, like with um, the opportunities I have without school. So that's like that teaching platform I use to create D&D
Mm-hmm.
courses that relate to English language arts and that curriculum, like the high school curriculum. And then I do Studiosity, which is the writing feedback specialist position where I give feedback on very boring essays. Some of them are interesting, but most of the time I'm like,
Some are pretty
cool.
boring. It's an essay that a student has to write.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate both jobs are not full time or even part time really. It's just really
Right.
flexible work that's based on you promoting yourself and putting it out there. So
Mm-hmm.
and also with Studiosity, just a matter if there's submissions or not. If there's actually papers to give feedback to or not.
Right.
And so I got to explain that those side hustles a little bit to you while working retail overnight and doing volunteering at Toastmasters and that experience as vice president of education. And I went through the whole shebang, basically.
Right.
And so the question was like,
Everything in the
well,
kitchen sink.
yeah, she's like, well, do you like working for yourself then? Because you do all of these other side hustles where it's all your scheduling, your own planning, your own development. Or would you rather work for an employer? And I've had time to think about that question because she gave me hints that that's one thing she'd be asking me
Mm-hmm.
in this web series when we first met, because I didn't have an answer for her then.
Right.
And so I thought about it. I was like, I think I'd much prefer to work for an employer because it's a much more, you know, that you're going to work and there's something to do and there's something to accomplish every day. Whereas working
Right.
for yourself, it's all on your shoulders, all on your back, all on you to make that work happen, kind of thing.
While it's fun and all, at the same time, it's not
It's not
guaranteed.
it's not guaranteed work. So yeah, I much prefer have that guaranteed work. And they're like, okay, interesting, interesting. And then ask me a few more follow up questions like, what is it about the D&D classes you create that you find joy in? And
That's a good
so I
question.
got to explain, right? And I explained that like when you finally see a student step out of their comfort zone and have fun with it and really stretch their imaginations, you know you've reached them. You know you've taught them
Mm-hmm.
something. And I've seen that in my classes, especially my campaign classes, where week after week they're learning more about the game, they're learning more about their characters, and by the time you reach the end of the 8 to 10 weeks, they're ready to either destroy or save the world.
It's one or the other
And
because it's their campaign.
yeah, and it's like these kids learning to advocate for their characters, for their plans, their strategies, work together as a team, problem solving skills, all these very real important life skills. And
Mm-hmm.
I shared that answer. They'd asked a few more follow up questions, and then they gave a few interesting ideas of things I could do based on what I'm doing currently, and I could think outside the box and expand it further.
Right.
One thing was that it sounds like what you've done with your course creation, it sounds like if you packaged it and created like a curriculum package using this game, D&D, that could be a potential thing to be sold to schools or to teachers or to programs.
Ooh.
And you can adapt your curriculum for ESL learners so that they can learn English better through practicing communication skills using this game and like the style of the gameplay.
Wow, thinking really
Or
outside of the box on that one, huh?
it gets more. There's one more suggestion they said, and you can create this curriculum and design the curriculum to help people learn Spanish because I have that background too.
Interesting. I didn't think of that actually. Try to teach D and
Because
D straight through Spanish, like for those.
yeah, because
Huh.
like if you're in a predominantly English speaking country or another country that doesn't have Spanish as like the main language,
Right.
it's really hard to keep up with it. It's really hard to learn it and really hard to use it on a regular basis.
Uh huh.
So why not put students in a weekly D&D game where they have to learn enough Spanish to communicate their ideas to each other and speak to each other regularly? That's a way to practice it and
Oh,
use it on a very constant and regular basis.
because I could see that how it works actually because yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
it does force them to learn how to speak in Spanish, right? And it allows them because the way to learn a second language is obviously yeah, you need to learn it by, reading how the language works because phonetics is
Yeah.
completely different language to language. However, the best way to continually learn it is speak it. And if you don't know anyone
Mm-hmm.
that are willing to speak Spanish, aside from the teacher and all that stuff, you're gonna
You
just
lose it.
lose it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a really
And
smart
so,
idea.
yeah, and plus this is like conversational Spanish too, right? It's not like
Hmm.
learning a bunch of vocab just to learn vocab. It's like you need to
The
be able to
formal,
use the
right?
language in an effective way to communicate with others. And that's the whole
Hmm.
point of learning another language is to be able to communicate with others and naturally.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
bam, like really great ideas and
It's
I
like
like wrote it all down.
right. It's like no D&D, but you want to learn a new language. Want to learn some
Yeah.
Spanish? You like want to practice your Spanish? Well, we could do like a little short mini session sort of deal, like like maybe a 4 to 6 week session
Yeah.
of just trying to
Exactly.
speak in Spanish.
Exactly. And so I was thinking like this could be a really interesting project where I could develop the curriculum and the objectives, the lessons, the units involved with it, create like D&D characters that are like that represent the culture too, because like with Spanish, there's many different Spanish
There's a
cultures
lot of
across the
culture.
globe.
Yes.
The proper term is Hispanic or Latin cultures, but
Right.
Latino cultures. But you can like make a character that's like this, hi, like hola. I'm not gonna speak Spanish. That's goddamn what they call. But like you can say something like, "Hello, I'm from Argentina," and like your character could be designed and dressed like a traditional like Argentinian woman would dress, or a male would dress, or person would dress. So it'd be lots of different ways to do that, while also still developing other additional skills besides the Spanish language skill,
Mm-hmm.
because D&D involves problem solving, strategy, planning, team building, teamwork, and connecting with
And
others,
and
and
this
improv, and acting, and so much more.
and that sort of conversation will make a lot more sense in a very informal environment
Yeah,
because you don't necessarily speak a different language through formality unless if needed. Most of the
yeah.
time, you're just speaking like this, or you're speaking to a friend,
Mhm. And you're
like a normal
speaking for the
conversation.
need. You're speaking with the need to be understood, and
Right,
that's what we're every human aims to do, but especially when you're learning a second language.
right.
And so I'd be creating that context where it feels like a natural, like experience, a natural context, basically, to
Mm-hmm.
use the language by playing a game, while also developing all these other additional skills. And they basically, how we ended that session was like, now we give you a lot of great ideas. You do not need to develop them fully right away or start right away. There's going to be the big career boot camp and many other things that are going to happen in the 8-week course too, that we can maybe fully flesh these out. But this is the direction that we could take you. And then they
That's
use that
pretty
again for
cool.
that promotional marketing kind of tool, right? We're like, look at how we helped Violet and how she feels at the
Right.
end of this like 15 minutes with us kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that video will be up at the beginning of October. So you can
Cool.
formally hear my interview there. And I'm actually very tempted to submit that for a Toastmasters project. It'd be very fun to do that, but it's a little long than what's required for the project. But maybe I can like get the video from the lady and maybe clip it so I can make it 5 to 7 minutes long and use it for a project in Toastmasters. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so I have all these amazing ideas now that'd be so much fun to work on. And I know that I can't really fully develop it yet on my own. Like I think I want to
Right.
wait for like the boot camp and the course.
Mm-hmm.
However, this is leading to how I want to maybe change my Mondays up, because I'm kind of in the same boat you are, Spam, with your channel, on not really wanting to do gaming a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
so, because it just doesn't make sense with how my channel's set up. I've got this regular podcast, weekly podcast on any topic, on anything that I
Right.
decide to talk about. Then I've got the history podcast where I talk about unique histories across the globe that are very
Mm-hmm.
cool, unique, and fun, and quirky, and so strange and weird. All that stuff. So I have a gaming video on Mondays. It works, but it's also kind of not related to anything else I'm doing.
Right.
So the idea I have is maybe I can start creating videos where I start developing the curriculum, developing the projects piece by
Ooh.
piece, and kind of sharing little tidbits on how you can connect this game into your curriculum as teachers, and like create a
Mm-hmm.
little education corner almost with using D&D and additional resources from the
Ooh,
game
that'd
and
be pretty
from other
cool.
things too. Yeah, because in that way I can slowly develop it while making an informational video,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be related more to my other content.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be really cool. Like just to see that sort of thing is like yeah, it kind of in a sense would be a slight behind the scenes because you're technically developing an actual product or service.
Mhm. Yeah.
But it'd be cool to see like how your thought process handle, how you're thinking this through. If anything, like as you're thinking of it and you already uploaded, it's like cool. Be cool to receive additional feedback if someone finds
Yeah.
out. That's like ooh, you know.
And use the proper tags on YouTube for once. Fun fact, that's my videos have no tags on them because I don't know how to do that, because it's changed so much since like the last time I uploaded videos,
I
like
know it
last
has.
year or two. ago. So I gotta really get back and learn how to use tags because it would be really great to have tags for those kinds of videos, right? Where it's like
Right.
education, curriculum design, curriculum developments. Like you can use these kinds of hashtags and kind of get that
Mm-hmm.
like buzz into it, kind of thing.
I need to get those hashtags back onto. I need to put them on the vlogs. I keep forgetting to put them on my truck and talks, but yeah, no, that makes sense. Because then at least now it'll be easy to tag and where figure out where, hey, look, there's a video here, and who knows? Someone may be searching YouTube through a tag. I've seen how it works. It's really cool because once it's like there's a tag, it's like every related video will show up,
Mhm.
and you could be in there, which is really cool.
Yeah. So that's how this opportunity came about through me going on LinkedIn finally for the first time in my life and having all of this kind of come out about it. So
That's
it's been really
cool.
interesting.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. So that's been a wild ride, really, for me. It's just to be like, wow, I made a connection and something's coming from it. Even if like it's not a successful like course or boot camp or something like that, it's still a really cool idea. And if
Someone
I
like,
could maybe
yeah,
like
like,
even get on Patreon with this kind of thing too, where like I will
ooh,
can sell it for like a wider audience and a wider product kind of
mm-hmm,
thing, and
mm-hmm.
smaller chunks of the product too. Or it's like this is my big overview of the unit, the project, and what I want to work on, and for the next however many videos, I'll be breaking it down lesson by lesson, objective by objective, and you can use the
Yeah.
resources attached to it.
And then if you want to really try it out,
Mhm.
sell it out, right? Sort of deal.
Yeah, if you are like a $5 Patreon, you can have your access to the first three worksheets and related to objective one of this big curriculum kind of thing and do something like that. But
Hmm.
I gotta really flesh it all out, and that's what the YouTube videos will be for until I do.
Hey, I'm
So it'll be
glad
really
like it
interesting.
gave you like this like even just with this connection, it gave you an opportunity, like give you a new sense of like opportunities because knowing where well, the ideas we've been thinking of and all that stuff, like probably hearing it, like it's like nice to hear fresh ideas.
Yeah.
Like I would say that's really like those are like that's a pretty fresh idea. Like didn't really think of it like that fully. I'm glad someone else has sort of thing because they may have thought of it before.
Yeah. And it was the lady from Kenya that really gave me those ideas.
That's pretty cool.
So it's really, really cool. And then I can branch those out to like ESL content, to Spanish, and then to just self development too, right? Like personal
Hmm.
development. So I can like really split it up in those different ways. And it could really branch out to something crazy, crazy good.
No, yeah, no, that's pretty good. That's really I I can't wait to see how this is executed. Granted, most likely I'll be in behind the scenes for this one as well. Definitely,
Yeah, he's gonna be my buddy and help me.
I will help
And
you.
probably Austin will too. I'm gonna recruit him too, I think, for a little bit of this. But
Grab a couple bodies definitely because it's like this is an interesting aspect on how to like further branch off on what you want to do, but at the same time, it'll get you somewhere, right? Sort of deal.
potentially somewhere. But with enough hard work and passion, it will be something. And this is the first time I felt
Anything's hey,
like
that's good to hear.
invigorated and motivated to do something like this before. And it started off with such a small thing like YouTube videos, but as we all know, who knows what happens with YouTube videos and things. So, see.
Who you don't know what sort of audience you will find, and especially in terms of like the like this brand new content, you may find new people, and then someone will
Exactly.
find you, and then
Yeah. And then, like, I'm not gonna get
it
rid of
leads to.
gaming entirely. I do want to come back to stream a little bit. I'm thinking
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna be every week like this, Derp, because I just don't think I can schedule it or manage it. But I was thinking of like doing it twice a month, like do bi-weekly streams.
Ooh, not
Where I
bad though.
like,
It's a good start.
yeah, like pick like Wednesday nights or something like that, or even like Saturday nights.
Mm-hmm.
Although that's our call nights, maybe Sunday nights. Friday night. No, but I teach Friday nights, like every Friday night.
You could
I'll
always do a
find
late
a
night.
night. I could do late night. I do work
Mm-hmm.
overnights. um, But that's also the thing. I'm not going to be on a consistent day because of this
Right.
stupid work thing right now. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
So follow her on Twitter for potential new streams coming up. We don't know when, but follow her
Oh
on
yeah, we
Twitter.
don't know when they're gonna come when they come because I got more to share, more things to do, and because I haven't even talked about Toastmasters yet fully. I'm starting
And
to
there's a
finish
lot of
for this past
things.
5 weeks. A lot. I'm just trying to think of like any other updates between all of that before I
Mm-hmm.
dive into Toastmasters. Not really. Besides, my finances have taken a huge hit because I've been busy, so incredibly busy trying to work the 3 jobs and dealing with projects galore for Toastmasters and projects galore for YouTube and projects
Mm-hmm.
galore this, projects galore that, that I have no money.
Right.
And need to figure out a way to get out of that, which is some of those ways have been presented to you tonight. Exactly. So we'll work on that. So financially, things are stressful. My dad can drive now again after having his
Hey.
foot amputated earlier
Mm-hmm.
in the year. Like, not fully, just his toes, but still his
Right.
toes. But he can drive again. He got his truck back. That's good progress for that because he hasn't even been able to fully walk on it very well. So
Right.
the fact that he can finally drive is really good, really exciting. Apparently, my little brother might be trying for curling,
Ooh.
trying for a curling team at a school. Uh,
Ooh. Interesting. Interesting.
Very Canadian sport. I asked him why
Very
he wanted to
Canadian
do it.
sport.
Yeah, we invented it. What up? Did we invent it? I don't think we invented it, but we definitely adopted it, and it's part of our culture.
Something like that.
I can't remember what sports have been invented by Canadians or which ones we've just completely adopted. It's like mine.
Basketball.
We've invented basketball, lacrosse. Uh,
I just remember
like
basketball.
basketball and lacrosse for sure, because we made the first basketball in Ontario. Random sides, but yeah, he wants to try out for curling, and I asked him why, and he's like, because I want to try something new. I'm like, fair enough.
Wow. Fair.
You're in grade 7 now. Like,
He's
the
a
world is your
big boy
oyster.
now.
Yeah, the world is your oyster at junior high. So,
Hormones. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We won't go there. We won't go there yet.
yeah, there. Oh, on my birthday, it was approved that my sister adopted a second cat.
All right. They don't know that you got a second cat.
So we got 2 kitties in the apartments that we're at. My sister's older cat that she's had for a few years. Her name is Baby. She's an old fart, cranky old puss, literally. Um, and then our new boy is Oscar. He's 7 years old, and he's the cutest little guy ever. He will come to you for cuddles, and he'll tell you when he's done with like a little like light bite or a little like swat, and then he
Mm-hmm.
goes away and curls up and sleeps, and then comes back for love later. He's just a sweet little
Aww.
boy, and the kitties didn't get along very well at the beginning. Sometimes there's still a little bit of hissy fights and like meow and howls from Baby, not Oscar. Oscar just sits there and takes it. And I'm like, damn, dude, I wouldn't.
What a strong kitty.
Yeah, or Baby just goes meow. And every once in a while, it's funny. He'll like lay down on the ground in the living
Mm-hmm.
room, and my sister's cat, like Baby, will be on her, like resting on her. And then like the cat will do, like Baby will just jump down and like go at him, like out of the blue. And we're like, Baby, come on. You wanted to get off my sister just to go fight. Damn, girl. So there's still some moments like that, but for the most part, we have caught them laying down beside each other or laying
Aww.
down near us and just tolerating each other in the same space. So it's getting
Aw,
better.
that's cute.
Yeah. So that's another change here is that I had my birthday. I'm older now. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah. Uh, I got my friend Austin made me homemade ice cream,
I heard.
milk ice cream. It was so good.
Did
That,
you want
that
more?
guy
Are you gonna get more?
I want more, but he's so busy that I can't really ask him
Aw,
for more
that's
right
fair.
now. Ah, um, and yeah, we drove around the city on my birthday and had a good time. And then now I'm older, so that's it.
Hey. Oh.
Nothing to shake a stick at. It's just a birthday. I got like no gifts on my birthday. That was a weird thing.
Oh.
Yeah. My sister got me food and a cake and and alcohol. And then some Toastmasters friends of mine actually got me gifts. I can't discount that. So we have sisters that are part of my Toastmasters group on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
And they got me really cute, like little, a beautiful little bookmark, like a
Oh.
handmade bookmark,
Ooh.
and a little memo pad, notebooks, and a pen, like a cute little, like a little set. It was really, really sweet, actually. I think I posted it on Instagram, so you might have seen it, derp derp.
I
But
think I might have seen it. Yeah. It does sound familiar. I'm trying to picture it in my head.
and one of the sisters is my protege, so my mentee, and she's been on a break from Toastmasters because she had a little baby, and I finally got to meet the
Oh.
baby in person and the sisters in
Oh.
person. So I got to give both hugs, and I got to say hello to little baby Aurora, and oh, so fucking cute.
Oh. Cute.
Babies are so cute. So yeah, I've got to meet more
They are
Toastmasters
until
in
they become
person.
little devils.
Oh, poor Kate. Oh, poor Kate. We'll see. But it's really cute on why she's named Aurora. You know why?
Why?
Alright. She met her partner in Nunavut, so very, very northern
Uh
Canada.
huh.
And that they first met literally seeing the Aurora Borealis,
Oh, that's
the
cute.
Northern Lights. So they named their first one Aurora. So cute.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. So it happened this month too. Gosh. Okay, Toastmasters. We're diving in. I don't know how much longer you want to go for though. So
I'll try to
give
do
me
one
a.
more load.
I was gonna say, give me a timeline. Like how many minutes in collapsings?
I'm
Think.
gonna try probably for like at least another half hour at the most, I'd say.
Okay, there we go. 30 minutes limit. Here we are. Uh, so,
Here we go. It's a lot.
oh lordy. So coming into September, I knew I had two open houses. So I'm a member of three clubs.
And controller of two clubs.
Controller, uh, an executive member for two clubs, and
Formal term. Yep.
club
Yep.
coach, club coach for one of them, as well as it's. I have many titles.
You really
Okay,
do.
if you think Daenerys Targaryen has a lot of titles, you should see my Toastmasters title. For Court of Element, at least. So that's a very, very funny Game of Thrones joke. Please laugh in the comments. Thank you. But
Aha, I'm kidding.
so, thanks. Thanks for the afterthought. But anyway, so going into this month, I knew I had the open house for Northern Lights on the 18th, and Court of Element's open house on the 21st because Austin hates me. I'm gonna make that joke for a while. So there's a lot going into those because we had to do the promotion of it, we had to do the marketing of it. I even got brochures from Toastmasters organization, like directly, to go out and hand them out, person to person, face to face, and leave some in businesses and other things like that. I left my contact information. I went out and did like actual physical networking, which is rare for me because that was fucking terrifying, but I did it. And then again, it's like developing the program, and that's my role as Vice President of Education for both Core Development and Northern Lights Toastmasters. It's developing the program, making sure the roles are fulfilled, everyone's prepared to fulfill their role and do their role.
Right.
And do a lot of that. So the last month, I've been emailing everyone that's in the roles that they've signed up for, confirming that they're going to be there, that they will be attending, that they know what to do, where to get the script, where to get the resources to do their role well, and be prepared for both clubs. So it's a lot of work and preparation and just blood, sweat, tears, to be honest. I think literally the whole shebang of it, while still working on projects for myself, because for core development, part of creating the weekly agenda, the weekly program, is to make sure there's speakers and people doing things with the Toastmasters program. And so I've been doing my own speeches, a lot of last minute speeches throughout this month too, which has been exhausting and hard to
Jeez.
deal with.
Right. I remember that.
And I've managed to finish my level 1 for strategic relationships, my second pathway, and I'm one project away from finishing my level 2. So that's how much I've done
Hot damn.
in the last while. Because strategic relationships level 1, that was icebreaker speech, feedback and evaluation, feedback and evaluation, feedback and evaluation. So 3 separate things to do for that one part of the level, as well as
Mm-hmm.
research and presenting. So that's like 5 projects to do for that one
Jesus.
level. And I've done 2 of the 3 projects for my level 2 in the last like few months. So a lot of that, and then I'm very close to getting my level 4 done for motivational strategies, my second pathway. I just need to get this newsletter published for Northern Lights, which is also another committee I'm a part of. Oh yes, I've got to get to that. So that's the open house stuff, and then we had the open houses, and both were successful
That's pretty good
in
to
2
hear.
different ways. In 2
Ooh.
different ways. I went into Northern Lights with so many, like, really high expectations, because I've heard that all of our members had, like, most of our members had guests coming, so there's going to be a huge option, like, huge array of people that are coming to see our club
Mm-hmm.
and learn more about Toastmasters. So I developed the program almost minute by minute and trained everybody and did all that hard work for it. So I came in with a lot of high expectations. We had 2 guests come out of the, like, proposed 11 that we were expecting. So disappointing, but one of those guests was my sister,
Ew.
and she's joined.
Oh.
She's a member of Northern Lights now with
Oh,
me,
that's pretty cool.
because I was the Toastmaster for the open house, which more pressure on me, right? It's not enough
Right.
pressure for me to develop the program, but why not be the Toastmaster for the program I developed? Yeah, you can tell that I went through a lot.
Oh, I bet.
And I really explained all the roles really well for her. Like, she felt like I ran it really, really well. The roles were explained well. Speeches were well prepared. Evaluators did a great job. Like, it was just really, like, good feedback from her. And it was really, really well. And she joined. And it looks like the other guest that was there is going to most likely join us too. So
Ooh.
successful that the two guests that came will probably be members.
Oh, that's cute. That's cool, actually.
Yeah, so you know it's successful when you had 2 guests come and you recruit 2 guests. So it's
Right?
really good feeling for me in 2 regards. One as Toastmaster and as a member, being a part of the program, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's the role of Toastmaster, being the host of the program, and then me developing the program. So good feedback all across the board for that. Then came core development. I expected no guests to come because
Right.
it's a weird time of morning for our meeting. It's 8 to 9 a.m. Strange time. People are on their way to work or dropping off their kids at school. I didn't expect anyone to come.
Mm-hmm.
He had 3 guests.
Oh, wow.
One of them was my aunt. My
Got the
aunt
fam
Sarah
going.
came.
Anyways.
Yeah, because she's heard about Toastmasters before, so she's been really excited to see like what I've done,
Right.
and surprised me and Mark with an email that morning saying, "Hi, I would love to attend and check out Toastmasters.
Mm-hmm.
My niece is a member, and I would love to have access to the link, please." And so I sent it to
Ooh.
her right away, and it was really exciting to have her be there. And then we had a previous. Oh, sorry, we had 3 guests. 3 guests. So my aunt, we had a previous member from Four Corner Developments join us to see what it would look like in a virtual setting, because
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't been a member since it was in person.
Ah.
So he wanted to see what it would look like in a virtual sense, which is very, very cool. And we are, Margaret's going to be working on him to join again. I hope she'll work on that and we'll have him join. Because he sounded like he was pretty on the fence,
Mm-hmm.
but closer to joining than being away from the fence kind of thing.
Right.
Is what he indicated. So hopefully Mark can like rein him in.
Knowing
Because
anything,
she's
right?
very persuasive. So
Very. It's not like you've been persuaded many
to
times.
join a third club or a club coach. Uh, very persuasive. But we had him, and then we had like a student from a graduate student from the Public School of Health join us.
Pretty cool.
And he was interested, and I think someone was going to follow up with him. I don't remember who. Not me, because I would have followed up with him if I was me. But
Right.
someone was going to follow up on him. But we had 3 guests come, and then I invited a guest speaker from another club, and he came and delivered his speech. And he gave me really good feedback because he had a really good evaluator. Austin was his evaluator. So he had a good evaluator. I made sure of it.
We're
And,
picking a good evaluator. We're picking a good evaluator.
Exactly. So he had a really good experience. Appreciated the feedback from Austin, and thought that the meeting was really well run. So, like, to hear a distinguished Toastmaster say that to me was like, thanks. And
Knowing
he'd love to come
of
back
all the
again.
shit you've gone through.
Right. And he'd love to come back again and help out for events and future things like
that's
in the
cool.
future. Yeah, I was like, sweet. And then we had another previous member of Court of Element. Actually, he's still a current member, but I don't think he's renewing. Unless we convince him to renew. Who knows? I will find out more on Tuesday. Because this open house was just this week.
Right.
Yeah. But he came in, and then his wife came and helped us with a role as well. So it was a big meeting than what we were used to. And we had another member that was a member a few months ago come back. And so it was a big, exciting meeting, like full of energy and genuine surprise and appreciation. You have no idea. Because I had a last-minute cancellation for someone to do like a big, important meeting role on the Sunday at like 3 a.m. So technically it's Monday, 3 a.m.
Right.
And like the meeting was 8 a.m. on Tuesday. So then I spent all day Tuesday sending like 10 emails to 10 different Toastmasters, begging and hoping they could come. And then a flood of 10 emails rejecting, saying no, they couldn't.
Jeez.
So then I had that last minute panic of like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then I stepped up into the table talks, despite being a speaker as well. Marg didn't like that, but everyone else was none the wiser. So
they didn't know.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
okay.
Exactly. And then I was really, really good about sending thank yous. So technically this would have been Austin's job because he's the president of CORE, but I was the one that roped him into the program. So I sent thank yous out to Craig, Dawn, and Eileen. Oh God, I don't think that's her name. Oh well. Sent a huge big thank you for like their participation, their support, and their feedback, because they are allowed to make comments at the end about how the meeting went. And I just had a huge appreciation. I really, it really meant a lot to me and helped make this open house successful.
Aww.
And Craig, yeah. I'm starting to not remember names, guys. So whatever names I'm saying right now are probably not the right ones.
It's okay. They don't need to know.
Exactly. The speaker that I've invited, basically, I'll just, he's like
just go with the names. At this point,
emailed me back going like, "You're welcome. It was a really great experience, despite the time of the morning, and I'm willing to help out wherever I can." And then I replied back to him going, "Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And if your club needs help with anything, let me know, and we'd love to support your club too."
Oh, that's cute. That's actually really cool, actually.
Yeah, and then the Don, let's go with it. He is a long time Toastmaster, like many, many years. I think even longer than Marg, which is saying something.
Dang, that's saying something.
And he's got DTM for quite a while. He helped start the Prince Albert Club in Saskatchewan. So I did reached out that thank you to like him and his wife because they came to help us. And his email back almost made me cry.
Aww.
Because it was so sweet. Because he basically replied back like, "Hi, me." Hello, hi, me.
Hi, I'm AmythicalDragyn. I'm kidding.
Yeah, hi, AmythicalDragyn. Because that's totally the name I use.
That's totally the real name. That is your real name. I can say my real name.
Hi, Violet. There we go. Hi, Violet.
It's not like I've said my real name to this stream, and I think I did call you Violet at least at one point.
probably.
Dragon at one
Um,
point, then Violet at the next point. Yep.
it flip flops. But
Oh yeah, it does.
then he basically mentioned like there's a lot of history with core because he's actually been a part of core for many years too.
Mm-hmm.
And then this next part, so sweet. Your response with the thank you tells me that core has a champion as its member. Your timely email is perfect. This is what more clubs need to practice. Please ensure you or others follow up on your guests in the same courteous and professional manner. I'm sure this has already been done though if I have an email from you. Allow room for follow-up and encouragement and feedback. Biggest error made. Clubs do not ask guests to become members. Make sure you please do this because Core deserves it. Enough for now. It was a pleasure to come to Core. My club for sure. Please reach out to us anytime. Yes, anytime. My cell is below. Time permitting, we will meet soon and talk further. And I thank you. And then signed it his name.
Aww,
I was like,
that's
mm,
sweet.
I did good.
You did a good thing.
And then his wife sent me a bunch of resources that I can use with my club and train people in roles and such, which is really sweet. That's my
Aww.
job. So it was nice to have that and that connecting and networking. So open house is successful in many different ways. I'm not going to know about members or new members for core until Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. But hearing the
Uh,
feedback has been
Good, like
almost more than
positive.
enough, I'd
I
say.
just have a feeling that like my members, the actual members of core, are just gonna be like, so that's successful, but we didn't recruit members. And to them, I just kind of want to tell them to suck a dick. But
Well, then you run a meeting, damn it.
I'm actually making someone be Toastmaster for the first time since I've taken over in this role.
Hey,
So
someone has
fuck
to get
it.
out of the box. Ooh, yes.
Austin and I can't be Toastmaster every fucking week, man. We're both running like burning out.
You finally have to slowly spread that to other people because there's a reason why they're there, right?
Yeah. I'm learning how to delegate, guys. What do you know?
Delegation is a great thing. I've noticed. I learned it the hard way at census, but then I
Mm-hmm.
finally got used to delegating a lot of work,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't help that I was a manager, so I was supposed to delegate, but at the same time, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Exactly. So those open houses were very, very successful and went really, really well. And then a couple things else have happened since then, oddly enough.
Oh.
Um, because last year, I think the Truck and Talk people know that I've done speech contests, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so last year I did the speech contest, participated in it as a member, and made it to the area level of the contest. So there's club level, area, this, no, don't ask me the other levels because I don't remember.
Right.
But basically, you can go all the way up to like international level. So like the club is the first step, and then you can go all the way up to international. So I made it to the area level, which is really exciting. Placed third, and that was a good experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how well prepared I've been, creating the meeting agendas every week, creating the program for open house, recruiting my sister as a member, and did an outstanding job as Toastmaster for open house, the area director for my Northern Lights Club, as well as member, because she's a member of our club too. No
Mm-hmm.
pressure there, right? Area director being a member of your club, and you're the VPE, which is in charge of like everything. No pressure. But
No
apparently,
pressure.
I wowed her, and I've surprised her
Ooh.
because she's in charge of conducting the area level contest for us this year for four
Oh.
clubs, including mine. So my club
Mm-hmm.
and three others, I think. Three or four others. I can't remember how many people are or how many clubs are in our group.
Right.
And she has asked me to become the chair of the area contest.
Oh,
For those that don't know what
that's a
that means,
roll.
it means becoming the face of the area contest for our area, planning it, organizing
Ooh.
it, making contacts, networking, doing the whole shebang with her as the area director.
Yo, the face of the area Toastmasters.
I'm the face of Area B9 because I think that's our area. Uh, so I will be chairing that whole thing and using it for one of my level 5 projects.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I've been meaning to ask that actually personally, but now hearing it officially,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Yes.
Because
Yes.
Cornelius, who was the our last president last year,
Hmm.
he did the same thing. He became the chair for the club contest and then area contest too. He ended up doing both.
Hmm.
And he used that experience for his high performance leadership project
Ooh.
too. So now I'm following in his footsteps a little bit, which I can't wait to tell him.
Oh.
Cornelius, come back to our meetings, please. You need to have
I
this
got very
update.
big news. It'd be
Good,
more
good
interesting
news.
if anything, he'll come back when you've done this. Like, that would be cool too.
Oh yeah, when Michelle makes the formal announcement, he's gonna be like, "Ho ho."
Hold on a second.
Yeah, and I like was hesitating to like say yes because I was like, wait a minute.
Oh god,
But
you
then I
texted
would
me
have
that
come.
too.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? You think I can handle it? Can I handle it? Ah, kind of thing. I did the same panic, by the way, to Austin. I sent him the same panic message. So
Nice.
yeah,
So
you
you had to
both are
get
my
two
panic
inputs.
boys.
Yep.
I had to one a Toastmaster input, one of her friend put input,
Right.
and yeah, you guys both said do it. Do you want to share? Do you want to elaborate why you think I should do it?
So, like, my view, right? I'm thinking this on a more personal level for you.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see because of how much work you've done, even just for a club, right? For something like I feel like this will be a fun big test for you to
Mm-hmm.
see if even because it is to some extent hosting and like running, being the face and running a club, or not running a club, running like some an event. That's actually probably the better word I'm looking for. Running like this sort of event, like this can be one heck of an opportunity in terms of like maybe going into another field. Like I was thinking like if whatever, like the worst comes to worst that we just don't find anything in the education. It's been interesting to see how much you've grown in terms of leading, not only leading a team, but leading a project.
Mm-hmm.
Like even your open houses. I'm pretty damn sure this is something where, yeah, sure, you've gotten support from Austin. I mean, again, meant other things, but that's the whole intention. Like
Mm-hmm.
working as a team to get something done. It's going to be the same thing here. But now, like, really seeing that it's going to be, you know, taking that big role. Again, you've been taking the big roles for the open houses as well. Like, even if you don't see it that way, I definitely see it that way. Like, I'm pretty sure Austin sees the same way too. That you've taken
Oh, you
such a
should
big
hear his
role.
praise. Goddamn Austin. Making me cry in front of him in the call on Tuesday, bastard.
Like, like you've taken like even if you don't see it from both of us honestly, you've really taken a big role in terms of like leading the way. So this will be a big test to see um if you're up for it and could do it. And if you do, I could see this as your potential future as a career actually.
Yeah.
When push comes to shove, that for one reason or another, again, hoping something good at least happens, so you can at least continue to work on your education. But if it fails, finally there is something to back up on, and I feel
What is
like
that
you can do it.
something in particular?
Project
Like
management,
project. Ah, okay.
project development. Someone that has the drive to lead projects.
Yeah.
I can see that now after hearing the success of your open houses. And then this will be another thing to put there on the books of like, hey, I've led something. Sure, it was a club, but it's a professional to a general extent. It's a professional development club. You're
Mm-hmm.
honing your professional
Mm-hmm.
skills here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty damn sure someone wants to have that in their team because you are there to, you know, plan stuff out. You are there to, provide support. All
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. That's what a true project leader needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
So if like something
Yeah.
as big as this can be in your books, I'd say definitely go for it because this is going to be very valuable experience for you. Again, again, nothing related to your education. Yeah, I know, but seeing you
Well,
grow in this,
yeah.
even as just being a lowly Toastmasters member 1 year ago to where you're at right now,
Yeah.
leading a club, um, helping out project events, and now this one, I could see you grow in a very good way.
Yeah. Um, and that's why I decided to do the mentoring facilitator role because that's also something I'm developing this year myself too.
Hmm.
Because I have to match mentors with proteges in my club eventually once I get the feedback that Austin needs to send me uh, to do so. Um, but also, like, I've also been thinking about it too with like how I'm doing so much with social media. So this is a nice little jumping off point too. So yay! Area contest chair is another opportunity coming my way in Toastmasters. Outside of what I do for VPE, for two clubs, the club coach role, and yeah, like I said, my titles are getting longer and longer and longer
Hmm.
as I'm in Toastmasters. But it's also another idea in my mind that I have of like social media content creation as well as marketing and management too, because
Hmm.
well, you don't follow my Northern Lights page on LinkedIn, uh, or the group on Facebook, but I've been sharing it all basically,
I've been
and
seeing them. Yeah.
I've been managing and creating the content for our Facebook group and LinkedIn page on First Northern Lights. So I've been creating the Word of the Day posts where we post them every week. We post the Motivational Mondays because Toastmasters is all about motivating others to join our club, and you can do that with Motivational Mondays. And I've created the Meet Our Member templates. So
Hmm.
we get bios from members and showcase them like meet our members of our club and do those posts, as well as creating an invitation to join our club meetings that gets posted weekly now at this point too. So I've also done a lot of that and managing it and figuring out the peak time to post things and really studying social media trends and analytics and who sees what at what time and who's
Hmm.
interacting with our post and clicking on it and that kind of stuff.
Right.
I've been really getting into that because I'm part of the public relations committee for Northern Lights. And it's a committee basically that's expanded to like the newsletter committee to the social committee to like many other
Hmm.
committees at this point. But I've done a lot of that, and it's actually kind of funny now at this point. I'm handing the posting itself to Jing because she's actually our VPPR,
Right.
and I'm just basically making the content for her to post.
Hmm.
So that's also another potential avenue to go to because that's leadership in a way,
Hmm.
and marketing and things like that. That could be a route too with all that I'm doing there. And learning and developing and growing with that because I can
Right.
promise you those templates did not look that great when I first made them.
Aw.
So I've had that skill developed too. I've been writing articles for the newsletter, which is interesting. So that's another potential like other career.
Hmm.
Journalizing, journalism. That's the proper term. And creating newsletter developments. I've been doing that too for our club and tracking achievements and progress and celebrating those moments. Done that too. It's been a lot that I've been like looking at. I'm like, wow, Toastmasters really. I'm sorry. Did you just like
I
pass the
don't
car on
know.
your
Yeah,
right instead
I
of your
was,
left?
I was trying to like slow down, and I was like, my foot, like for whatever reason, it's like, all right, heavy load, fuck this shit, and then suddenly, oh, this car's turning right, and I'm on the right. Well, this is all right. I'm gonna just floor it past you. Bye. That was a fun
Yeah,
time.
fun, fun. That was just really distracting. I was like, no.
I was doing so well until like I got to that point too. I'm just like, oh, okay. At least I didn't go into an accident. It's just like hell awkward.
True, true. And so I've been doing a lot of this stuff too, and like it's very funny with how involved I've been because I didn't expect it. You know,
Right.
I didn't expect to be jumping into PR. I didn't expect to be jumping into newsletter like creations and making this edition. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't expect to take on area chair. I didn't expect to be really taking
VP.
charge of open houses. It just
Heck,
kind of
maybe
all
even
landed in
VPE
front of
at
me.
that. Well, no, VPE technically, because that's
That
something
was
you really wanted to
Austin's
do.
fault. No, it wasn't. I originally wanted to be on the BVPPR, oddly enough.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Originally. Or the secretary for our club for
Or
Northern
secretary,
Lights.
yeah. Something
Austin was the
basic.
one that put that little earworm in my head,
Second in
saying that, like,
command.
VPE, because education, your backgrounds, and your organization skills, and how phenomenal you've been to this club. Violet, you want to do that. And now look where I'm at.
And look where you're at.
And the funny joke that's been spread around lately is Michelle thinks that I would make great president next year for Northern
I
Lights.
remember hearing this. I love this one.
And
Keep going.
then Austin teased me. They're like, well, then district director one year, be in charge of the entire district for 99. And I was like, okay, we're climbing up a ladder here that I didn't expect. Whoa, now. And then Mikey had the audacity to be like, I could see you also being the international president for Toastmasters. And I'm like, whoa, that's a bit of a climb.
It's the climb. Anyways, I had to. You said it that way. I'm just thinking of it now.
Uh-huh. And it's very funny because Jane's like, Violet, you like to travel. You should be the international president
Oh
because they
my
pay for your
god.
travel. I was like, Jane,
Interested.
Jane, please, don't do this.
but
Don't
at the
join the
same
dark
time,
side.
I'm interested.
Yeah. And it's very funny that like people are now pointing out my potential, and I'm for the first time kind of believing it.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, it's
He knows how
cute.
much that says, that much that means, because he knows my confidence levels are always. So
Hey,
he knows.
is it your Discord status now?
Yeah.
I think it was your Discord status that I just went, aw.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
hearing
yeah.
it on the Tuesday, like we had a personal call Tuesday hearing it, I was like, yeah, it's good to hear that you're getting it back. Slowly
Yeah,
but
my,
surely.
well, for those that don't know what my Discord status is, because he just alluded to it, I kept it as like don't clear, so like it's permanent. I might be amazing after all. Who would have thought?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you are. Or though.
Oh, yeah.
And helping
Austin
out
says the
this.
same thing. Goddamn, Austin, making me cry.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And having like old, timey wimey Toastmasters, like our 52-year member of Toastmasters, also say like really good praise to me. That's
Aww.
crazy. And then and then we have an past international president of Toastmasters in our club, like Northern Lights.
Mm-hmm.
And to hear him say that I could go far too was like, what? You're the
knowing
international
that
president. What?
knowing
You
that he
believe
said
that?
that, right? You
Yeah,
have the
it's crazy.
potential. That's saying something.
Yeah. So Toastmasters has been big lately.
It's been big for you. Like,
Really big.
obviously, you didn't see this coming. Do you
No.
like? I guess like the one big question that, if you could sum it up, right?
Yeah.
Um, because I know you got like it could be explained in many ways, but if you could sum it up, have have you regretted doing any of this? From signing up, being being the lowly member to doing what you've done now. Do you regret it or do you love it?
No. I love it.
Aw,
There are the high levels of stress that come with us. There's the
of
panic.
course,
There's the
of course.
anxiety. There's the like, oh my god, please let this turn out
As we've
moments
heard in
where
a couple of our truck and talks, and then definitely during personals. Yep.
uh, but I've learned from every step of that, or every feeling, every emotion, every success, every failure, every mistake. And I'm now at this point, 1 year in. I just can't believe it's 1 year literally next week
Mm-hmm.
that I've climbed the ladder up here to this ledge already.
Right.
Didn't expect it.
Like, yeah, who would have thought, right? Like, that's
Who
how
would have
life
thought?
goes. Like, life can come in many ways, shapes, or forms, and it comes to the least expected. But knowing where you're coming from this, at least it's definitely been for the better.
Yeah, and not just, being successful in these roles and things like that, or being like having success. It's
Mm-hmm.
what it's done for me is
Mm-hmm.
just amazing. I feel like I can communicate things very clearly when I'm not tired or derpy.
Oh, of
So,
course.
sorry, Truck and Talk, you do not get the best of me sometimes. Uh,
But that's what Truck and Talk is for, right? It's just to, let it out in the different light. This is a very informal stream compared
yeah.
to what you do over there at Toastmasters.
But even regularly in other parts of my life, like the where I started with the podcast in January to where it is now,
Oh my god, you're right.
like I've even seen that improve, and my ideas are getting bigger and larger, and topics I want to explore are getting bigger and larger.
Mm-hmm.
And I've started a second basic podcast too in this time because I've had the confidence that I can read through articles, explore them, like analyze
And
them,
discuss them.
and discuss them clearly with confidence instead of being scared to even broach a topic or
Mm-hmm.
broach something that I would never have broached in public before. And
Right.
even think about what I did going out handing out brochures to people. You fucking tell 1 year ago me that I'd be doing that? Like, you're lying. No,
That's people we're talking to.
that's people. It's a little too peoply outside. No, thank you.
Right.
But then I did it, and I'm learning every day. It feels like, and it's been crazy to see that come through. And I'm making
Mm-hmm.
really good friendships,
That's what I've noticed as well.
like Austin
Especially.
and Jing and
Mm-hmm.
Mikey and Eric. Like basically my entire peer committee are becoming really, really close friends at this point.
Aww.
And yeah, especially Austin.
Oh yeah. Knowing how many times you talk to that man, it's been, if anything, more times than you talk to me. If at this point.
The, no, because we only really call once a week personally, like one on one.
Yeah. Right.
So it's still the same as you, but with how much we need to stay in contact with each other for our
Oh yeah,
clubs
yeah, yeah.
and to check in more.
Right. Knowing that you
Because,
you guys have a common goal to
yeah,
hit.
for both clubs. It's common
Mm-hmm.
goals for both clubs that we're executive on, and then he wants to make sure I'm successful at Edmonton events because he's VPM for Edmonton events. So we literally are part of three clubs. Two of them we're trying to make successful, and one of them we're using as leadership opportunity. So we're all following. We all have the same goals, same objectives, same kind of mission for the three, like for him and I, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then that has kind of trickled out to the others that are on like our committees and things that we're a part of. It's been kind of
Right.
spreaded a little bit, spreading so much on the fact that Jing is pretty damn close to finishing her level 5.
Oh.
So she's almost on her pathway with how
Oh.
much we've been able to really keep motivated
Mm-hmm.
and part of a team. And I'm actually meeting with her next week to help her finish it.
Dude, you guys are kick ass. Like just hearing it, you guys are kick ass on just um learning things along the way, helping out each other and all that stuff. I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you were able to get into it. I'm glad that you were able to, find people, and not only that, but make very hard, not only professional connections, but definitely heartfelt connections as well. Knowing that
yeah,
you guys are talking, whether it be business related, whether it be Toastmasters related, or on a personal level for whatever, right? To keep
yeah,
yourselves afloat, like go above, either afloat or above and beyond on what you want to do in life. That's good to hear.
Hmm. Yeah, and I've seen my team grow so much. Oh, I'm getting emotional right now
Oh,
because I've just seen
I
how
don't
much we've
blame
all
you.
grown.
From
Because a
just
year
being
ago
the
I had
lowly members.
nothing. Like a year ago I had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Crap job. One real good friend, this derp right here. Uh, no one else in my city. Nothing. I had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And now look what I've got. Surprisingly, what I've got. Is it a large group of friends? No, but it's a family. It's a connection.
It's
It's
someone
better
you could
than.
trust, and you could someone you could Yeah, it's definitely someone you could trust along the way. Because
Yeah,
it's yeah, no, I could see it definitely as your second family, third family, however you want to count it, right?
yeah. My main family. My other
Your
family
main.
can go away. Just kidding. Just kidding. Ha ha ha. Dark family humor. Uh, yeah, it's just amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
God, we've all grown so much. We're not little kids anymore.
You guys are not.
We're not noobs. We're pretty developed now. We got a long way to go. We're other things,
Right.
but it's been kind of amazing to see how far we've gotten.
And I hope all the best to maintain this along the way through your whole another year of Toastmasters.
Yeah, gosh.
That's saying something. That really is saying something, though. Like I can, I applaud the amount of work you've put into it. Not again something you just never expected to do in the beginning, and yet you're here now. So
Hmm.
that's that's something. All right, like that you're doing well, and I hope for the best. It continues on.
Yeah.
Man. Oh.
Oh, making a dragon cry on Talk Truck and Talk Saturdays.
I know, right?
Oh, goodness. I totally forgot to save him in my American truck.
Oh,
Cool.
it's okay. The game saves itself. I always do it manually
Oh,
because
okay.
I have the notion of just saving it manually ever since.
Okay.
Yeah. Nah, you're
Uh,
good. You're Gucci on that. But man, look at that.
oh,
Hearing all
what a
this from
busy month,
you,
man. Hello.
right? Well, actually, though, like you've been definitely very busy, but at the same time, you've been having fun, right? That's one question I want to ask. You've been having fun even with all the stress, right?
Yeah, because my club has surprised me on Saturdays because um, I've had no cancellations, last minute changes for 3 meetings in a row.
Hey, look at that.
So I think that also is a testament to me as VP a little bit too. I think that they want to do their best and help fulfill roles and make sure things go smoothly and
Mm-hmm.
assist me with it. So it's been great. Even like after today's meeting, we had some time at the end because we finished a little early. Well, quote unquote finished. So I was able to actually plan the program for next week, and I fulfilled all my roles. People signed up.
Aw.
And I filled my agenda for
Aw.
next week, which is like, what? That's the first time that's happened since I became VBE. Because many other times at the end of the meeting, I'll just be like, well, I guess I want to volunteer for speakers. Crickets. Anyone want to volunteer for evaluators? Crickets. Great. I will work with the agenda. I'll assign you potentially somewhere you've never been for a while, and I'll send that agenda out on Monday and you can confirm that role or not. Peace, kind of thing. But
Aw.
this is the first time tonight or like today that I was like, whoa. I literally the only positions I've left to fill is all counter and timer, and that's easy to fill because most people are happily to take on those roles because it's
It's a
smaller
really
roles
easy
for the
roll.
meeting.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, damn. And then like after the meeting ended, I got 2 emails. Bam, 2 people became all counter and timer.
Ayo.
And I was like, whoa. So Austin was making me emotional too earlier. He's like, that's a testament to how well you're doing as VP when your
Rough,
when your
actually, though.
members want to sign up for your roles and fulfill your agendas and take on these things. And I was like, oh, stop.
You can actually handle it, manage it, and be able to keep everyone active. It's like, you
Yeah.
know what? I like how you're doing. Hey, give me a roll. Let's do this.
Like, even the peoples who don't like the website and don't sign up for things on the website sign up for a role.
Aww, that's cute. That's really cool.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Man, look at that. Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you being a one professional derp, but also one hell of a
Professional liable.
one hell of a person.
I got 3 speakers for the wow, damn, and I got speakers signed up for the 2nd, so next week, 16th, and 23rd.
Ooh.
Wow, wow,
Wow.
wow. Thanks, people. Look at me.
Look at you. You're a big girl now. Anyways.
Yes. So that's been me. It has been my crazy month. That's been crazy, but I haven't felt as well. I feel very tumultuous in many ways, but I haven't felt this confident, this brave ever.
And wow, actually saying ever. I would have said like a long time, but I
I
think
guess
like
you could
knowing where
say I
you're
was
coming
very
from.
brave with going to the UK. Fine. But was I confident when going to the UK? No.
True.
This is the first time I feel confident.
Oh.
That word that has been very elusive my whole life. So.
Knowing that you built your confidence through here, that's something. I'm glad that there's a takeaway out of this. Oh, it'd be cool. It'd
What?
be cool hearing a speech of knowing that you've gained your
Speech.
don't know, like a speech from you, like hearing like how you managed to gain your confidence in here.
Well, when
I
I
hate it.
finish my level 5 for motivational strategies, I get to reflect on my path, and that's the speech I'll be delivering.
Oh, look at
So
that.
I'm 4 projects away from that.
Oh,
3.5 because I'm halfway done this current project. So 3.5 projects away from that. That big speech.
get that big speech.
And I will probably cry, but it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Hey, that's gonna be one heck of a heartfelt speech.
Oh, yeah. And I have to do it in 10 to 12 minutes.
Nice.
Condensing a year's worth of Toastmasters in 10 to 12 minutes. My God.
Have fun with that.
Oh, I will. But I've been rambling a lot, been crying in your ear holes enough.
Aww.
Just that's me. That's where I'm at. It's amazing. I'm also financially failing at life, and so I've got 2
Someone buy her
extremes going on
coffees.
here. Yeah, I mean, my friend Cece just bought me a coffee tonight.
Aww.
Yeah. I hate PayPal though because it takes a cut. Bastards.
Takes forever. Or it takes a cut.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it takes like 30 cents. No, sorry, whoa, math. That's bad math. I did bad math. 39 cents per coffee.
Oh, damn. Okay. Good to know.
Rude. But anyway.
That 10% though.
I know.
Good to know. I'll remember that next time. Or almost, yeah.
Shut
Good to know.
Shut No, next time. Go away. No more coffee from you.
Next time on Thursdays.
Oh, God. Yeah, which will be Thursday next week, and I might be
It would
back.
be. Hey, yeah, I overheard on the stream that you're gonna have your day off on Thursday finally. So, yeah, we could definitely have you again on Thursday night for True Rock and Talk Thursdays. It's probably gonna be a shorter one because I work Friday morning. So we're gonna have a condensed version of it.
Plus, I just had this huge dump on y'all tonight, so it's gonna be a lot less next week.
Hopefully,
It'll be
something
literally like less than a week of updates, so we should be
pretty
able to get that a
much.
little quicker.
Yeah.
So,
We'll
make
just
sure.
talk about our weekdays and whatnot, and then whatever we do on Sunday. Because hi, it's Saturday night, guys.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Oh no, here we go again.
What?
The Haas fun.
Oh no.
So with that, I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to turn that off real quick. Hold on, wait. Da, 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 da. Oh shoot, I need to go to settings. Is it
Wait, that's not your
settings?
command. Fuck me.
You want to put all my commands ready as I try to figure out how to do this thing? I forgot how to change this. It's something. Yeah, go follow me there. We're gonna end the stream down because this is gonna be going on. Hey, at least we made it to 3 hours. It's been 3 hours, but yeah, all my links are there. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram and YouTube because this will be up on YouTube. I'll probably cut this off real quick. So, and then I'll go follow Dragon if you haven't already. She's been one hell of amazing guest and all that stuff, and she's still raising stuff for Extra Life. If you have some money to spare till the end of 2021, let's get her to $1,000. Woo woo woo.
Whoa, thank you guys. That was great. Have a good night.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a great day or night where the heck you are. I'll see you Thursday for more Chuck Talk with her. That's Chuck over there. This is Ben Waits. Where's my button? See ya. Bye.